Hello everyone and welcome back. We're back for a really big day. This is day 3 of Apex Legends Global Series Championship Europe. Hope all of you guys are excited. Hopefully you guys are all pumped. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because tomorrow we're going to be covering APAC North Finals. A lot to unpack for today, and just really excited to have all of you guys be a part. Today's a big day. We have Group B versus Group C. Just as a reminder, this stream is on a 5-minute delay. So please be patient. We'll begin here in just a moment. All right, everyone, we're going to begin here in just a moment. Right now, teams are getting fired up in the back end, and we're just getting things ready. And we'll welcome everyone to the stream. Excited to have all of you guys be a part. This is going to be a whole lot of fun, and appreciate all of your patience. Let's get it. Today's going to be a really big day. This is the day where we find out which 20 teams are going to advance. So hopefully you guys are all excited. I'm excited. There's just so much to discuss here for today. Hopefully you are enjoying that soundtrack. That soundtrack brings a lot of fantastic memories. I'm really excited for today. We have a lot to discuss, a lot to break down. Just be a little patient when we get things set up, and once we are ready to rock and roll, well, you're going to see the stream pretty much be all set up, go live, and we'll go into the first match of the day. So today is 6 total matches that we're going to be casting. We have quite a few teams, and we're going to talk about those teams once we switch over to the main feed. All right, in just a moment, we're going to switch over to the main feed. Hopefully you guys are all excited. Don't forget to leave a like to show your support. Just a reminder, this is on a 5-minute delay. So once everything is all set up, we'll be sure to send out the tweets, make sure everyone knows that we're live, that we are here, and, well, we'll be underway. Hey everybody, I just want to say welcome. It is great to have you here. Thank you so much for your patience. We're going to begin here in just a moment. Once we hop into the server, we'll be sure to get underway for the first round of today. All right, let's switch over to the main cast. Let's just say hello. Welcome, everybody. It's great to have you. Great to have you back in the stream. As you can tell in the back end, everyone is just kind of piling into the servers, just getting started and getting ready. Today's going to be a really big day. This is where we really figure out which are going to be the top 20 teams that are going to advance. That's really the big question that we all have. Who are going to be the top 20 teams? I even do not know myself. It's going to be pretty close. We do know some of the top teams that are going to be advancing just because out of the sheer numbers that they have. But listen, anything today can really happen. A lot of teams can get bumped down, and every team really has to fight for, you know, what they're looking for. This is a big day. This is important. All right, so let me change the volume here so you guys get the audio. Make sure to make some adjustments. Turn down the music. I know it might be a little loud. I apologize for that. All right. As Matthew McConaughey would say, Rise of Empires Guides. Great to have you here, man. Great to have you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. I'll be tweeting out in just a moment. But today let's talk about the teams that we have. Let's talk about all of the teams. Let's break all of those down. I know you can't see them all right there, but let's break them all down and who is here and what is happening. So we have FB, we have Dead Inside, we have Disco Boys, DNMK, Endeavor, Camels, Kungarna, LCDF, Major Pushers, Morning Stars, Maestro, Navi, NCD, soloqgoats, which is Shiv's team. I know this was asked for yesterday when we were streaming on, it was actually Thursday, TI, Third Impact, TD, Top Dogs, Totem, UR, WLTM, and your peers. So a lot of fantastic teams. This could really shape things up as teams are hot and ready for a really big day. So as you switch here, we did go over the teams, but I'll repeat them again right before we start of like who's in the lobby, who to discuss, who to break down. There's so much to unpack here. Hopefully you guys are all pumped. Hopefully you guys are all excited. I know I'm very much excited. I'm going to go and send out the tweets, get everything all situated so I don't have to worry about it here in just a moment. Okay, let's see here. Am I missing anything? It looks like I am not. Okay, it looks like we are all set. I'm just responding to one of these just to make sure people know. Okay, hopefully you guys are all excited. Welcome. DD Walker, Rabbi, Tension, Philip, it's great to have you. Freddy, NL, Lunica, Expanding Boundaries. I know Rise of Empires was also here just a moment ago. I'm really excited to have all of you guys be a part. This is going to be a big day. It's going to be chill. It's going to be fun. It's going to be intense. There's going to be a lot going on for today. So I don't want you guys to miss out on anything that's happening because, you know, leading up to the final day is a very important day. The finals are actually going to be cast on Apex Legends main cast, but if you want to catch up on any days and like what happened, how they got their points, well, this is going to be the cast where you're going to see all of that. That's where everything important is going to be taking place. So right now, let me just clean up a few things. Just testing audio, make sure our levels are good. It looks like we are all good. Things are positive. Closing things out we don't need here for today. But hopefully you guys are all excited. I know I'm excited. I know we're in for a really big day for Apex. I feel like I'm missing one thing, and I don't know what that is. So I'm gonna close out this one, and I still have this. Okay. Big Pogs. Oh, we got Hollow. We have Abby. Well, it looks like we're going to have a really big day today. Really big stream. Don't forget to leave a like and show your support. Right now, everyone is just piling into the lobby as I do have my water. We are about to unpack. So we don't have Fire Beavers a part of this group for today. That was a Loba team from before, but we do have a Bangalore. We do have soloqgoats, which is Shiv's team. You know, Shiv is definitely a fan favorite. We'll keep an eye on them. NCD, also a big fan favorite, as well as Navi. Cannot forget Navi, always having a stellar performance as well. They haven't maintained their consistency at the moment, but listen, they could pop off on the final day. They could definitely pop off and do quite a bit. Matt Pickett's roster, we like that might. You know, they can always make a comeback as well. This is the day that you want to have a good day. This is, if you were set up for success before, you still want to have overall a solid day and a solid performance. Let me just turn this up a little bit. Okay. And it's really what we, yep, I will pin the Liquipedia scoreboard. Give me a second. I will pin that. Here, Liquipedia. Scoreboard. Yo, Foggy10 and becoming a member. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, dude. Okay. Exciting day ahead. This is the day where we see everything put on the line. I feel like we might see a lot of teams at the start opt to play aggro. I really feel like that's what they may end up doing. They may want to push aggro rather than playing a little bit more passive than they're used to. Mostly because a lot of kill points are going to matter for today. Every single point is going to matter leading up to that final day. And I guess we're just going to have to kind of see what happens. I mean, at any moment we're about to start going into the first match. You know, we're not going to wait around. We're not messing around. Today is a big day. Everyone's taking this very seriously. Teams know what's on the line. You know, they want to advance to go for that prize pool of 2.5 million. That's a massive prize pool right there. That's nothing to kind of snuff anything at. And, you know, really big day. Boss guys, great to have you here. Welcome everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Really big day here. Got fans of Kungarna. Got a lot of fans here for a lot of different rosters. And very much should be respected. There's a lot of teams that should be respected for the plays that they're making, for the comps that they're trying, for the diversity and what they're bringing to the table. So we got 2 minutes until we start. You don't want to miss anything. This is your moment. We're going to have 6 games. The format is 6 games for today. For today, all these points get added up into the main scoreboard. The top 20 teams are going to overall advance. So very, very important seeing those top 20 teams advance. It's going to be very close. As we have seen before, usually you have a few teams that are really kind of peppered at the top, but then everything gets really close. It's usually, last time we saw for APAC North, it was like 70, 71, 71, 71, 74, and everything was like really, really close into the overall score, which means quite literally that's the difference between going from 16th place to 15th place, and it's such a make and break. It's so vital that everyone just plays well. Oh, are we starting early? Okay, no, just everyone is saying good luck. Everyone is being so respectful already in the chat. You can see everyone's already saying good luck, have fun. Let's make this happen. Let's have a really good day. I'm in excitement. Hopefully all of you guys are in excitement. And yeah, I mean, here we go. This is going to be game 1 just beginning in less than probably a minute now. And we got a really big day. Hopefully you guys are hyped. Let's get some hype in the chat. Type in chat who you guys are rooting for to advance in the top 20. Listen, once you make that top 20, you've pretty much already made it. In my eyes, you've made it. I mean, you made it in the top 20. That's the top 20 teams in the world. You think about that, that's 0.01% of the overall player base when there's millions of people that play Apex Legends. These are the best of the best on Apex Legends. Let me know if the volume, if you want it up, if you want it down, how the volumes. I've kind of changed a bit of things. I moved the camera a little bit. I have my monitors a little closer. So I've definitely made a few changes on my end. I just definitely want to try to always improve the cast and take things to the next level. Right now I've been kind of keeping consistent, not making drastic changes. I want to put on a consistent show for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. I want you guys to enjoy what you're seeing. I want you guys to capture the action. At the start here, for the first round of the day, because all the teams are really feeling out where they're going, I always feel like we miss the first fight. It's always such a surprise, and I think it's always a surprise to the pro players. It's like bumping into somebody randomly on the street, like, whoa, what just happened? You know, having a little bit of a fender bender, just accidentally running into each other because you don't know where everyone's rotating or what everyone is going to do. So that same thing happens to me because I literally peek away for 2 seconds. Do we have any unique comms? Is there a Loba in this lobby? We do have RevNet. Oh, there it is. Third Impact is running Loba as well. Wow. Let's go Third Impact. All right. Okay. And we're going to go right into game 1, ladies and gentlemen. Afterwards, a reminder, this is on a 5-minute delay. If you're enjoying what you see, this will turn into a VOD. I definitely recommend that you guys stay put. Very big day ahead for today. I'm going to pause the music. Don't worry. We're not going anywhere. Let's keep an eye, first off and foremost, on... I think we really need to keep an eye on the soloqgoats. I know that's definitely a fan favorite among many, so we'll keep a pretty close eye. soloqgoats is landing still in Skyhook. Last time soloqgoats was getting very much contested by Kick. And I wonder if they're going to still have that same intensity there. Shiv is very much a fan favorite among people. Let's see if they're getting... Yeah, they do have teams very close by. When we see LCD France, or Licité, they're very much close to them. So that's something they need to be mindful of and be very careful not to get pushed or jumped on, anything of that nature. So they got to keep a very, very close eye. I know soloqgoats is very much aware that they're nearby. You can tell that Shiv definitely hears where they're at. Let's see if we have any other third parties taking place in the lobby right now. We do have a potential fight. DMNK, why are we seeing such an early fight here? That's really the question. Let's see if the Wraith manages to clutch a 1v3. Is he going to move like Soar Hollow or Fade? Or, oh, there we go. He's already getting that movement in, but he's being chased. It looks like Endeavor has already made the first push. This is Brian O'Brien making it fast and furious. Looks like they got Vin Diesel, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, all part of this roster, and there goes the first few kills of the game. He tried to boost himself up. You saw from DNMK. This is, you know, the last day, definitely not the vibes, you know. It's not their first time here. It's not the vibes you want going into the very first day, or the last day, excuse me, the last day of this tournament. You know, we have Kangarna splitting over here. And what's interesting is that soloqgoats is still very much sticking with trials, and the reason why a lot of people do trials is to get that gold armor. Early on, you want that gold armor, man. You got to get it. You got to get those vibes. When you look at the team who is rocking it first and foremost here, well, I mean, looks like Endeavor has the most amount of kills, most amount of damage, naturally, because they're the only ones who've gotten into a fight. DNMK, now, I mean, I guess they could go play a pub. They can go relax. Definitely not really relaxing on the last day, but listen, I mean, if you gotta get the vibes back, you know? Do whatever you need to get the vibes. I mean, you need some water? I don't know. We have water boys for a reason, right? Especially in sports, but it definitely can happen in esports as well. So right now, we do not see any additional fights. We do know that the zone is going to pull towards the south. So wait a minute. We have Third Impact flying in, getting shot by NCD. That's definitely something interesting to highlight. NCD taking shots with an L-Star. L-Star is cracked in Arena. Definitely an underrated gun. And seeing it now in ALGS, a very much slept on weapon. I sleep on it a ton. I think it's not that great, but listen, whenever it does, when you get up close and personal, that thing shreds. That thing is nasty. This thing is nasty. I feel like we're going to see it a lot more in BRs as people running around with an L-Star just because of what it does. And G7 Dolphin running himself an Octane as he has done before. He's done it this season for ALGS, and he's done it before. So TSM Dolphin, our hearts are with you. Keep on killing it. Shred it, and we look forward to seeing what you bring to the table. We have teams rotating in. Everyone's going for the center. What I see different from Europe compared to APAC North is that there's a lot of teams that tend to bully. Look at that movement back and forth. You know, I got a check from the south side. A lot of teams tend to bully teams out. They don't want anybody near them. I don't know. It feels like Europe is a little bit more claustrophobic. They feel very much uncomfortable with any teams that are nearby. And there's a fly in. We have a Revenant team, which I feel like is going to be a cause. If they can get some damage, I promise you they're going to put... Ooh, look at that G7 shot. Ooh, that's kind of clean. That's kind of nice. That's looking pretty good. Okay, underrated. You guys are definitely underrated. What's going on here? Can you give us that a Revenant push? You got 1% more. You guys going to make a push for this? Put that totem down? Make it hot? Let's see. I mean, you have the ult. Oh, here it goes. With the Revenant totem 100% coming to play. It's happening right now. It's gotta. Or unless they're going to save it. They do have 1 knock, 2 knock. You got the Dr. Seuss up in here. I'm learning how to count. This is my first time here. Loving the vibes. I'm definitely enjoying what I'm seeing. I likey. Please keep hitting those G7 shots. I guarantee the enemy team doesn't want you to hit them, but it's looking pretty sharp. They're underrated is feeling like... I can tell that they want to make a push. They're looking for some action right now. What I find different from Europe is that APAC North tends to edge and fight towards... Oh, okay. All right. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. What's going on over here? Oh, there's the Arc Star. And the Spitty Fire taking as much damage as he can spit out. Can he put down the fire? They're looking for that totem, let me tell you. They're looking for that push. They're trying not to get too greedy, but at the same time, they have it, and we're waiting for it to happen any moment. They're just making sure whenever they make it that they don't get thirded in the back, which is probably one of the most important things to be mindful of. I'm kind of surprised they didn't make a push for this. I mean, it definitely, there's a lot of teams nearby, a lot of teams, but if you're going for that cleanup, you know, definitely go target one guy and make a pretty solid push. And wait a minute, Underrated is definitely getting shot. They're definitely the sandwich right now. Everyone is keeping an eye on them. And the G7 is making some pretty big plays overall. It's just feeling very juicy in the lobby. The G7, like a G6. I don't know if anybody knows that song. Like a G6. If anybody knows that song, please type in chat if you know what I'm talking about. If not, probably for another generation. And it's okay if it's a little different generation. That's okay. That's all right. Look at them making the push in. Oh, this is definitely a ballsy play, but they do have that rev totem still. They're going to jump right down. Are they going to put it here? Are they going to recover? This is where a lot of the action is taking place so far in the lobby, is Underrated. I'm looking at the rest of the lobby. You know, we constantly are aware of the map and aware of teams are where they are at. You know, we still have NCD. We still have Underrated. We'll come back to them. Let's take a look. Like, you know, Shiv's team is just kind of just chilling, vibing. They're rotating. They're getting in. NCD is doing the same thing. They do see another team rolling up on them. Wait a minute. Hold up. What's going on right here? What's the vibe? Are they going to fight? Are they not going to fight? Do we need to switch over to Underrated here in just a moment to see if they're going to go for a fight or not? Looks like they backed off from it. Looks like they're not going to fight after all, but we do see constant scans for Underrated here going out. Wow, we're seeing a lot of action already pretty early on. A lot of fighting. There's not a lot of passive play so far. There's a lot of flexing. Everyone's kind of flexing the fact that they're in the lobby, that they're here for today. They don't need time to kind of feel things out. Let's take a look at Kungarna. Again, the G7 getting some early shots. I'm glad we're finding the G7 shots early on. I like you. I like when this happens. It makes me a very happy commentator. Because sometimes you tend to miss some of the G7 shots because they kind of happen sporadically. Kind of need to know who's going to run the G7, like a G6. Going for some of those long-range shots just to kind of do some peppering. Asking if they would like some salt with that. We know we drink salt up here. Underrated did make a push, it looks like. But they got sent back, and now they're about to become a sandwich. They did get a lot of damage, and probably about 70 there with a flatline. You know, he's jiggling his aim for his dear life. There we go. You know, how do you control recoil? In any video game, you jiggle your hand and vibrate. I was talking with Hollow about that before. You know, you gotta jiggle it. It's really, it does not just apply to Apex, but it really applies to just any game that you're playing. Especially with recoil. It's not a secret. There's definitely a lot of guides on it. If you're ever wondering, you definitely have a lot of guides here on the channel that you should definitely check out. No pun intended. Don't want to hashtag sell out, but we're not selling out because we want you guys to get better. What team is getting picked on here? soloqgoats is getting shot from a distance. Definitely getting a little frustrated by this. Shiv, the goat, the warrior, the man with the beard. I'm trying to regrow just a little bit, but I can definitely never compare to what Shiv definitely puts out there. You know, the man has a... Just making sure my keybinds are all set. Definitely the man has something special with his beard. I hear inside his beard is a mechanical arm that aims for him. You guys just can't see it on screen. It's green, so he chroma keys it out. It's like an arm that just comes out and is like, I'm gonna control the mouse now. I don't know if you ever look back in a stream, you notice that he moves his beard the same time that he moves his mouse. You know, don't question things. The man's a robot. Our Underrated is still chilling at the bottom. I'm kind of surprised that nobody pushed them out. They're going to have the rev totem. Well, it's going to take a little while before they have another one, but when they have it, they'll have it. Oh, there we go. There's the ult. Probably. Oh, they're making a push. They're making a push back. Seeing if anybody's here. And unfortunately, nobody is, but they do see them. Underrated going for initial fight here. They're not playing patiently. They know they need the KP. There's a scan out by Swinny. Apologies mispronouncing your name, bud, but you're absolutely popping off, slapping people. There was a possible trade there, but now is a 3v2 situation. Can they come in and clean this up? The damage has been done. They are resetting. This is pretty much handing it over to FB. This is not looking good. All they need to do is recover. They are down one. Oh, this is looking positive now. This is looking positive for them. They're getting shot over by the goats. The goats are showing up and taking shots from a distance. Shiv managed to get one knock over there, and Kungarna smells blood. We got Shark Week here. They take a bit of their shots with the Havoc, and they're going to roll up and push in. Graceful, keeping it nice and graceful. Ooh, smacks him across the head. It said, you've been a bad boy. Smacks him with that G7. That's pretty nasty. I don't think he deserved that. He got smacked so hard he thinks it's the 80s. And Crypto running around. You see he's got Hype Beast on, but I don't know if he's feeling the hype right now. Kungarna's feeling the hype. You guys know, you know the skin with Crypto. He's got the Hype Beast skin there. Meanwhile, we got Major Pushers. Just, you know, keeping it cool, keeping it classy. They're keeping it nice and tight. Looking pretty smooth, looking pretty good. Let's take a look at soloqgoats because they were taking shots from a distance. What are they doing? Let's take a look at what Shiv has got in store here. Look at that clean Bangalore heirloom. Are we gonna what heirloom are we gonna get next, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think in ALGS that they're just gonna announce what the next heirloom is? I don't think they're going to. But listen, that would be pretty clean. I would love that. I would love to say, hey, there's a Watson heirloom, or there's a Loba, or a Revenant, I don't know. But nonetheless, there is some fighting taking place by SMS. Let's take a look at that team. What team is actually fighting? Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, we have NCD. There we go. That's who's fighting. Sorry about that. Apologies. We're back in the action. We are here. Dolphin's taking height. He's got an angle here. There it goes. And there it goes. Dolphin just cleaning up with the R301. Please clean him up. Oh, no. Now we got to worry about the zone coming in. The res is happening. My man has run away. Luckily, Gibby has a big body, but the L-Star is really tough to shoot at a distance here. And it looks like he is just running away. And the shots are happening. The shots are taking place. NCD is now pretty isolated here. So they should be able to recover this. They're going to get picked on. They got only limited time before they can push in. With NCD here. This is a pretty tough rotation. This is not looking pretty good. They lost Nags. They lost him, but at least they do have a res station that's nearby, but it's just a matter of how close is that it's going to be. We do have Lee Site holding it down and sorting a factory, while we have most teams now are done bullying. They are now fighting for the edge of the zones. We have 17 teams remaining. We have 2 minutes on the clock and 48 people alive in the lobby. And there's a jump pad that we heard go out. Some shots, G7 shots. You can definitely take as many G7 shots as he likes, because we know that he's got the ammo for it. Kungarna's feeling really good. Let's take a look at who is the current kill leader. The current kill leader, it looks like it happens to be Endeavor with the most amount of damage. We have the My Hero Academia up in here, along with the Conan O'Brien. You know what? Endeavor's really great to cast over. They have some really catchy names. All they need to do is start posting some content and say, I'm the Conan O'Brien of Apex Legends. You know, unless people are not fans of the Fast and the Furious. And, you know, well, I guess maybe that's their loss. Teams are huddled in. NCD is recovered. We now have 49 individual players in the lobby. Yeah, I know I won't be casting the finals, but hey, War Eyes, welcome back. It is good to have you here. Welcome, everyone. Hopefully, you guys are still enjoying the stream. Don't forget to leave a like. Wait a minute. Here we go. soloqgoats are so goated. They're pushing this in. They've solo queued this before. They know what they're doing. They know the vibes. They know how things are. This is the only Bangalore in the lobby, so when they see a Bangalore, they see smoke. They know this is the soloqgoats, and these kids and guys and men. You know, it's not even kids. These are men. These are the men of the lobby. We do have Third Impact going into a fight potentially here. Disco keeping it with the 80s like a G6. They are located right behind them. I wonder if they're actually going to fight. Navi has a port that they push right in, but it looks like they disengage from this. But they are aware of the team on the left of them. So this is the hard part, unfortunately, chat. We're going to see a lot of fights and a lot of prediction, like, you know, top dogs rolling right in. Meanwhile, you have Third Impact right up above. And we're going to have a lot of teams now fighting for dear life and for space. Navi is really close here. We got like 3 different fights that are about to break out, guys. 3 different fights. I don't think soloqgoats are going to fight. They're on the low ground over there. But we do have Lee Site trying to rotate, and now they're on the low ground. And Navi, okay, this is the gamble. This is where you throw your chips on the board. Where are you going to push? They're going to fly around. They're going to see everyone and their grandmother just in the air. So it looks like Lee Site has gone down with 1. Jokey V2 looks like they have gone down with 1, but they're still in it. They're still fighting, and it looks like soloqgoats is getting picked on from height here. Let's see how much they can keep it together. They do only have limited amount of time. They push in. Who are they going to run into? We still have 49 people in the lobby. Looks like Navi has lost one, unfortunately. Let's take a look at who they've lost. They're about to go get knocked. Let's take a look at the soloqgoats. If they're about to get knocked, they're like right near them. You see where they're pinging. They see him. They see the roster there. And we have 46. So 2 people went down. Not a major fight, but still definitely a fight. And there's a cleanup that we mentioned before. The point of view, and they're getting shot from above. They're trying to not get greedy, and the smoke has been shot up to buy themselves some time. Shiv is throwing out the frag grenade, just trying to get the kill. They need the KP. Where is this KP? We need it. It has to be free, and it looks like Navi has gone out, ladies and gentlemen. soloqgoats has a really rough rotation in. They're getting shot from every which angle. They're smoking it out. Smokes out. Bangalore here. Armor here. You know, Bangalore's very much known for educating you on what I'm down, you can press F to pay respects or res me. One of the two happens. I can't do really good Bangalore impersonation whatsoever. The voice actors can definitely do it better than I can. Look at that crack. Diff really popping off. And there's the push. They're just going for it. They're making an aggro play here. They're about to stoop around the corner, and there it is. He doesn't see the one on the right, and they're just pushing on for dear life. The bubble has gone out. He's trying to go for a bat. Shiv is there for the angle. 2 bats have gone out. 1 bat, 2 bat, 3 bat, 4 bat. Can he finish it up? And he does it. He actually becomes a trade. He needs this to be a clean fight. The smoke's out. Bangalore ult is down, and they are getting thirded. He's trying to get his smokes out and trying to get that med kit. Oh, look at the cracks. Everyone is cracked. He's popping. He can't really see what's happening. He does get 1 knock. Oh, well, at least almost got him knocked. He's going for the swap. Shiv is absolutely insane. The movement was crazy, but it just wasn't enough. And then he appears as thirding, and they're going to Valkyrie ult and fly right in because the zone is closing. And there we go. And 1 does go down. What? I've actually never seen that happen before. The Valkyrie Q has been stopped because she died to zone. Everyone is dying, and Piers is out. That's a disappointment. Maybe you shouldn't push my man Shiv, because look what happens. He comes back from the grave, and Karma does hit. Looks like Major Pushers is making a push in. They're all about to die to zone. They take the port. They're pushing in. He's like, oh, first time here, loving the vibes. This is not his first time here. He dies to Kungarna, and Kungarna now is the new kill leader of the lobby. My gosh, ladies and gentlemen, what a consistent battle. And we've been catching some crazy action, and TD, Top Dogs, is keeping it real. They're smacking people with a massive left and right in the back, but are they going to prove that they're the top dogs? I don't know. I don't have all the questions quite yet, because the round is still underway. Now, let's pick over back to Kungarna. Let's switch back between Kungarna. They're just going to chill there, as well as Top Dogs, and let's take a look over at Third Impact. Third Impact as well. We have many teams that we need to keep an eye on here. And there we go. We have still... My gosh, I can't believe there's this many teams left in the lobby. This is such a small circle, such a small space. Feels like you're in New York, man, or anywhere, really. You know, just living in a shoebox. First time here, loving the vibes. Kungarna has the most amount of kills, but I don't know if they're actually going to fight and engage in this. I think they're just going to chill. Everyone is just kind of vibing. But they can't vibe for long because they have 30 seconds. And 30 seconds, I mean, the reality does sink in. Thanos says, reality can be whatever I want it to be. And things are about to get nice and spicy. Let's try to get some shots. See if we can hit the big boy. Unfortunately, can't hit the big boy, which is okay. Third Impact is still in this. They have the Loba ult. I'd enjoy a nice little Loba. Loba has a nice little tactical there, can throw herself. But listen, okay, Third Impact is most likely going to get jumped on by everyone here. I don't know how they're going to survive this because, I mean, while they have a really good spot, there's only so long this is going to last. And here, let's take a look at Kungarna because they are the kill leaders right now of the lobby. Did my man just get stuck? I think he might have, and yeah, unfortunately he did. Kungarna's getting picked on. So much for commentators' curse if they were going to really clutch this out. Jumps down below and is like, hey, what's going on? First time here loving the vibes? Not loving the vibes anymore. Endeavor really cleans it up, and they are gone. Top Dogs trying to prove why they're on top. They throw their bubble. Might have been a little bit too early, to be honest, and they do counteract, so at least it wasn't early. The Crypto drone does go out, and there was a nade, possibly going to be a big one. There it goes, popping people left and right, trying to go for the cleanup. Can't get too greedy on these, though. Got to play this patiently. Got to play it smart. Top Dogs right now really holding it together. They do have height. They're popping people left and right. We also have Connor O'Brien just popping off. We'll take a look at their POV. Endeavor here, showcasing why he should be the #1 hero in the lobby. Brian popping off. He's got a gold mag on his wingman. He's showcasing why he should be respected and on top. And this Arcstar, once that bubble goes down, he's going to be smacking them up with the Arcstar. They're going to have any space. Arcstar is probably a little bit early, but they have a little bit of space. Crack. 2. It's like a window here. Just crack people left and right. He's definitely going a little aggro. He thought he cleaned up the low butt, but he whiffs a couple shots. But luckily, he's able to get an armor swap just in time to recover. That could have spelled death for them. They are technically in the center of the zone, but technically, they do not have a lot of space here. The bubble is down, meaning, I mean, they could just keep bouncing back and forth, hoping that they don't get picked on. Endeavor looking pretty clean with 5 total kills. They do have the upper hand here. We'll keep a close eye on how they're going to split this. This port, by the way, is utilized so they can push in last moment. They're using it as a last rotational tool, and we like that mind. It's right up here, going for the R301 sprays. We do have the fight up above, but they should be more concerned with the team down below. Having the height is ideal, but he's trying to get the bat off, but unfortunately does whiff. We see EVA 8-shot go out, and we like that mate. Does not like this. I wouldn't like it. Endeavor on the low ground. Top Dogs happens to be up top, and they do see the team from across the way. Top 3 teams, ladies and gentlemen. Top 3 teams as we see what's going to happen, what's going to take place. Technically, Top Dogs is not in a bad spot whatsoever. As long as they knock out Reply Totem Esports. Endeavor down below, they can hide at least, but the downside of this is that if they get naded, that's going to be it. Totem Esports getting shot up. Top Dogs taking some shots. We'll take a look at their angle because they have the opportunity. I don't think they have the Gibraltar, and there goes the cleanup up here. They're pushing right in. Mastiff connecting for 77. Needs to be very careful that he pushes through the bubble. Only hits for 11. That's not the number you want to see. And Endeavor's down below is like, hi there. Thank you so much for the cleanup. And Top Dogs is right up above. And all they got to do is hold it together. So this is an interesting fight. We see, I don't know, can they get, I don't think they can get up. Endeavor doesn't have a way to get up, but the Valkyrie has a way to run up if she needs to wait for the last second. Realistically, let's see what the... Oh, there it goes. Blast just shredded them. Should they have waited? Was this the play? Potentially not. There goes the snap, heading for the infamous 9. Wish it was 9,000 damage, but it was only 9. This is Endeavor's game. They should be able to clean this up, and they do. And the first round of the day goes to Endeavor. Very nice first round, ladies and gentlemen. That was action-packed. That's what we like to see going into the first round of the day. Showcases that today is going to be crazy to see. Gonna be crazy to see. Animal Fries sound like a stone Bangalore. Armor here. Just want to let you guys know that it blocks bullets. Bangalore here. I only go to people play her. Facts. Facts, ladies and gentlemen. Only go to people play Bangalore. I happen to know another person who plays Bangalore. Junior plays Bangalore. He's also a comp player. He's also goated. It seems like everybody who plays Bangalore is goated. So let's see here. Team. This was the team that really showcased. This was Endeavor. We got Brian with 8 kills, Blast with 3, Noises with 3, and ladies and gentlemen, Endeavor is popping off to become the top hero for My Hero Academia. It looks like we have a total of 14 plus a total of 12. 26 points going to Endeavor for the first round of the day. We are heating up. We're just getting started. Just getting started. What a day. I'm excited. This is what's up. This is a great third day. I like what I'm seeing. Everything is looking good. Everything is looking sharp. Not disappointed with what we see whatsoever. Only good vibes. Only positive feelings here. Leave a like if you're enjoying the vibes. If you're having yourself a fantastic time. If you're excited for what you see. I'm definitely excited. What you're watching here is Group B versus Group C. The soloqgoats at least got 15 plays with 3 kills, so it's not the end of the world if you at least you're getting some points in. So you gotta keep it together. We'll keep it together for all of you guys, ladies and gentlemen, going into the last cast of for today before the finals. All right, let's see here. 1 second. once I have everything situated here, which it looks like we do, and we're about to get the next code, and we're about to go into the next round. Yeah, unfortunately, DNMK did go out early, which is kind of unfortunate, but listen, these things can change. It's only the first round. While you can definitely build momentum for the first round, it's not the end of the world just yet. Don't give up. Don't give up hope, DNMK, if you happen to, you know, I mean, well, just giving positive energy to everybody here. Listen, the more energy we give in the lobby, the more entertaining it's going to be, and the more people are going to be fighting for their positioning and their spots. That was crazy. That was a fantastic round. Let's give a shout out to everyone here. What a great first round. Fable's great to have you here. Diesel, Unghostable. This is, let's keep popping off. WLTM, I think they went out pretty early here. Philip, great to have you. Luffy, I'm pumped. I feel really good. Listen, I got a lot of rest last night after a long work week. It's feeling pretty good. Going into the next round, game 2, what do we predict? I don't think anybody's going to change their comp. I think everyone just felt pretty confident there. I saw a lot of confidence across the board. Shiv, I mean, the fact that he was playing out of his mind, imagine he clutched out that 1v3. That would have been one of the plays of the century. His movement is so good. His movement is just on point. And Brian with those wingmans, somebody take that wingman away from that man's hand. I mean, I would love to have him at a bar. He'd definitely be the wingman I'm looking for. When was the last time anybody went to a bar, though? Last time I went to a bar, I hit my head. That's a Bangalore joke, by the way. Or a Watson joke. I'm not quite sure. But big round going into game 2. Teams are piling in. DMK is not in the lobby yet, but they could be finishing up a pub. I'm not quite sure. They got to keep fresh. I guarantee they went to a potential round just to keep warm. You know, there's no reason for them to stay in the lobby. They know what teams do. They know what happened. They know what went wrong. There was an early fight there. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry. They'll make a comeback. I'm not too worried about DNMK. They could definitely make a comeback in this next round. It was interesting to see teams just constantly... Again, what happens in Europe, teams tend to fight in the center. I just find it so interesting how every region fights a little bit differently. Like APAC North, we're going to cast that tomorrow, so definitely we're casting the finals of that. Definitely recommend checking it out. It's going to be very interesting to see if they continue to play kind of outer edge of zone, which is what we see T1. Crazy Raccoon tends to do the same. But usually when teams are in the center, they don't normally push. Not in APAC North, but in Europe... You'll see them body people out. It's like it doesn't care if you're sitting next to them or not. They're just going to push you right out. Get them out. All right, this is a good moment for you guys to grab yourself a snack. Grab yourself a coffee. Get yourself up. Because today is Saturday. Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to be casting quite a bit today. So I have this from probably going to go until like 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock? Clock? Those are the same things, apparently. It's going to go until like 5 o'clock. And then we push right over to APAC North at 5 in the morning. So I'll probably go to bed at like, I don't know, 8, 7? I don't know. Right after I get like 3 hours to stay up and then I got to go to bed. So it's going to be a busy weekend for me. A lot of work to be done. I'll probably work on a YouTube video. Probably something to post on Monday for all of you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys will be all excited for it. Today's a pretty good day. Is a Twitch stream way behind? They're also covering a different lobby, just as an FYI. We're two different lobbies going on. All right, so probably we'll get a 2-minute countdown in just a moment. This is going to be a big day. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. I wonder if the soloqgoats, they tend to edge, but I wonder, I mean, edging for their comp, especially as a Bangalore, they utilize those smokes to their best of their ability. You know, if people always question if Bangalore would definitely be useful and competitive, but I mean, we're seeing it happen here first and foremost, that Bangalore can be viable. I even believe that Watson could be viable if we see a team just kind of capitalize on it. It's definitely a probability, because it brings up, you know, holding the bubble and using a Watson ult instead, and just to recoup and recover. I feel like if she got a little bit of a push, it's still exciting to see Loba in play. I know Third Impact was running a Loba. It's crazy to see the fact that Loba's still here. But what's interesting that you saw another play by Endeavor's roster is that they were able to use the port, not to just sit in the middle. Granted, you think that the center of the zone is best, but sometimes just sitting as it's closing in and not being there first is probably the best thing. The first person team there usually gets run over. It's like being at Walmart, right? You just get run over by everybody who's trying to grab, I don't know, a PlayStation 5 or Xbox or something like that. It's just an absolute nightmare. Looks like we're holding. It looks like we got some people sliding us some DMs in just a moment. We should be good to go. Everyone's worried. Everyone's questioning what the ruling is going to be. What happened? Why do they play with all low graphics settings? Doom 92, that is a fantastic question. They run on all low just to get as much frame rate as possible. Frame rate really matters over everything looking pretty, and sometimes the effects can be a little bit overwhelming. So it looks like we're going to start in about 4 minutes. They have to address one more thing before we get started. So great moment to step away, to relax, because we got to keep up the energy. I got to also preserve the voice because we're going to be casting for quite a bit today, and then we're going to be going into the APAC North tonight. 46 seconds start time. 46 seconds? I believe that's either 46 seconds or 4 minutes. Either one, we're going to start here in just a moment. Alright, don't forget to... Is Betrayed here? Good old Betrayed back in the day. I definitely have a lot of teammates from back in the day. Betrayed always plays Bangalore. Is he? And he's goated too, right? Who was the Valk at the start of the game on the beacon? That's a fantastic question. And DiffQ making the memes here in the chat. Good to see individuals always being respectful within the chat. These pro players know how to keep it respectful. They're very competitive, but they're all appreciative of one another. Everyone's really excited. Everyone's talking about APAC North. Just if you're aware, something to also go check out is APAC North Finals did wrap up and everything's kind of done with that. And we do have, sorry, APAC South and APAC North is what we'll be covering, but also got to keep a close eye on NA, and you also got to keep a close eye on EU once the finals are also there. So, lots to break down. Let's see if the zone pulls north. So far, we've had a lot of zones pull towards the south. We'll see if we get a north pull. Remember the north, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to remember the north? You know, the only downside of having... Yeah, Third Impact was running Loba again. So we do have a Loba in the lobby. Don't worry. There is Loba. Every lobby we've had so far, at least there's one Loba. All right, we got 2 minutes. Who's enjoying that nice OG Apex Legends soundtrack? Just gets me pumped every time I hear it. It feels like I'm boxing. That's why I have the boxing gloves in the back. Those are Pathfinder boxing gloves, by the way. Get hyped, ladies and gentlemen. About ramen to soothe my hunger. You could tell everyone's hungry for today. Everyone's definitely hungry for what they see in the lobby. Everyone in the zone is predicting that it's going to be another launch site ending. Launch or dome? Everybody in chat, are we going to see another launch ending, or are we going to see another dome ending? What are we going to see? Do you think we'll see... Okay, in chat, we want to figure out launch site or dome, because all the pros are debating that they feel like it's going to pull there again. Do you guys think it'll be the north? You got to type in chat which one you think it's going to be. Because it looks like the pros are definitely triggered, hopefully wanting it to pull to the north, because they like the north, because where Santa Claus lives. Well, Shiv lives there too. He's got beard like Santa Claus. Let's do trials, and looks like we've definitely had a lot of zones pull towards the south. I would have to agree with that. Yeah, and TI is third impact, not T1. Just FYI. Any big names to play today? We have soloqgoats. We have NCD. So yeah, we got quite a few teams. Quite a few big names across the board. A lot of teams that are really going to showcase. You know, we have Congarno. We have DNMK. We have Endeavor, who just popped off last round. We have Navi. And good luck, have fun. And let's begin game 2, ladies and gentlemen. What happened to Shiv last time? He popped off. I think he crashed afterwards, but he was there. I mean, he did pop off. All right, game 2, ladies and gentlemen. We still have 5 more games for today. We'll do our best to capture all the action. You're going to see a quick lag. I'm just bringing up my little resources that I have to make sure I can capture everything that we see. I'm actually going to put a little spot here so I can remind myself of something. There we go. All right, sorry for the lag that you saw there. Just was making one quick adjustment. Do one more adjustment. Sorry, I'm going to move this up just to help me balance between teams so I'm not panicking for dear life whenever a fight breaks out. I have a nice separation between the two. All right, any interesting comps? You do still have third impact. They're running the Loba. Looks like we have a lot of crypto Octane. We have Shib running the unique Bangalore of the lobby. Probably the most diverse day 3 that I've seen. Squad number 15 is Shiv, right? Yes, correct. We do have Shiv's team playing for today. soloqgoats to get Diff Q. Let's take a look. So we have Navi here. We also have soloqgoats. They're landing over by Skyhook. We'll also be sure to keep a look at NCD, who you saw. I think Endeavor's roster got into an early fight again, so we'll see if that happens again. Or if they're not going into a fight. But we'll take a look. We'll bounce between the two. Yeah, they definitely got into an early fight before, so we'll see if it... Oh, look at this. DNMK, they're going right for it. So Brian popped up before, and he's trying to see if he can grab the alternator first. Are they getting landed on? Yeah, they are. Wow, that's an early fight. Let's see if Brian can clutch this out and keep it together. Look at that movement, the bounce back and forth. One is flush. Endeavor going to early fight. DMK, do they want to go for this early on? There's the movement, the Asu movement, the fade movement, hollow movement. I don't know. How many people do I have to list? Everyone knows how to move in this game now, it seems like. Brian just smacked 2 right upside the head. Just smacked him and said, go back to sleep. It was like seeing Iron Man smack the Hulk over and over again. Like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And Brian now has 3 kills to his name. He's over here flying around, making sure he does not get caught out, but they are going to get pushed here in just a moment. They have to keep it together. Got to keep the composure. They do have 3 kills to their name, and ooh, Blast just got blasted by a nade, probably for about 170 damage. I mean, granted, he had way less HP, and there's the Q, Brian trying to get out. Endeavor was first place before. They have to be very careful. NCD is capitalizing on this fight. Dolphin says, I don't give. A flying chicken. Chickens from, you know, that one game, The Link to the Past, the chickens, they're really fantastic. Dolphin, he's been running the L-Star a lot. Oh, there goes the movement. He's trying to catch up to Brian. Is he fast? Is he furious? And unfortunately, he does go down. And it looks like they may go up pretty early. Navi just trying to rotate. And Noises running away, trying to keep the noises to a low. He's trying to recreate A Quiet Place Part 2. He's got monsters up in this lobby and trying to keep it together, trying to keep his composure. soloqgoats is splitting trials over here, not getting contested. Don't have to worry about too much of the teams fighting now. Looks like some of the fighting went underway. Pretty much almost 2 teams went out there, almost. We do have third impact with the Loba rotating in. Finding their spots, finding their footing. Dude, they do have that Loba ult to get whatever loot that they could possibly want. Team looks like they've already rotated a train yard. Train yard is probably one of the hardest spots to even land at, to be honest. And NCD just keeping it really together here. They do have Na'Vi rotating nearby, but it looks like Na'Vi don't want none of it. They don't want to get engaged with any of this fight, but we do have some fighting potentially breaking out in the center over here with FB. Not for Facebook, but for FB, just for their roster. We do have your peers. They always get into early fights. They've done this many times before. They try to get into an early fight, and they get the momentum. Oh, they're going for a chase. They're going for a hunt. They're hunting rabbits. They're hunting rabbits, ladies and gentlemen. See where they're at. They're scanning them out. PKMK 1000. Sounds like the Terminator. And it looks like they're going right to zone. So it looks like they were thinking about the chase, but they went for positioning. I guarantee they were just going for positioning. They definitely weren't necessarily going for the fight, but FB looks like they're going into a fight here. They don't necessarily have the armor situation. There's the Arcstar that flew right by him. My man almost got hit. Got himself a haircut. I need myself a haircut. You see my hair? It's way too long. I wouldn't mind an Arcstar right across my head right now. Hear that whoosh. The joke goes whoosh. Goes right over his head. Crypto making a potential play. He's got his drone out just in case they do get pushed. Reply Totem Eastort has had good performances before, but at the moment, doesn't seem like they're really getting into any early fights. We do see some shots happening over at Kungarna. Kungarna is getting some of the early fights there. We'll keep a close eye on Kungarna as well as the soloqgoats. There's Kungarna. We just in time got some of the G7 shots going out. Wow. That's a heck of a port. That's a big brain play. I haven't seen that one before. That's really smart, actually. Look at the big brain. There's no smooth brains here in this lobby. This man's brain is full of wrinkles. Gosh, I haven't seen that in a while. That's a pretty smart play right there. That's why these people make the big bucks, taking some early shots at the G7. The Gibraltar is low. They do not have the port because they just used it. But listen, it's okay. At least they had the rotation in, which is exactly what they're looking for. Let's take a look at who's the kill leader. Right now, it's still Endeavor. They do have the most kills in the lobby to their name. They managed to get one res out. soloqgoats getting into no fights here. No, nothing really happening here. They do know where teams are at. NCD has to make a long rotation in, as well as Na'Vi. They're in the center, though, actually. They are not out in the outskirts. Who's going to get bullied out? The team is located right down below. Which team is definitely going to get into the next fight here? Once we see the next fight, I promise you, we will capture it. It looks like Matt Pickett's team says we like that. They like it. They like the way they move. Let's move it, move it. They could chill here. I think that this is going to pull over to the left-hand side. Wait a minute. So in chat, who called what this is going to pull over to the south side? Because these pros were not wrong. This is definitely another south side ending. Not a north. Nobody remembers the north. And wait a minute. Hold up. Something ain't right. soloqgoats getting into an early fight here. This is looking pretty good for the soloqgoats. There's an Arcstar damage. Shiv is making his rotation in. He's got the R301 in hand. Got another. It looks like that's on the knock. And Shiv is just pushing right in. Let's take a look at DiffQ as he's taking lead. Hopefully he doesn't go down. He swaps over with Shiv for Shiv to go for the cleanup. He's hitting for 7, hitting for 7, hitting for 7. Does he actually finally finishes him off? I could just feel the frustration and anger from Shiv there. He's like 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. It's all you see. But luckily, as they cleaned it up and didn't get knocked and didn't get rotated on, so they're looking pretty solid, looking pretty clean. Meanwhile, every team is taking the south side of the map. We do have a long rotation here. We got NCD trying to go for the rotations. They see this and they're going to chase. Look at the jump pad. They're going to try to cut off at the other angle. They're not going to let these kids go for free. Flying camels, they have nowhere to fly. They don't care if they're camels or what kind of mammal they are. NCD has the crumpets. They have the skill. They have a dolphin. There could be camels versus dolphins. Which one? I mean, actually, technically, a dolphin is a mammal. So which mammal is going to come out on top is really the question. Is it going to be dolphin? Is a dolphin a better mammal? I mean, are dolphins smarter than camels? Right now, it looks like the dolphins are making the smarter rotation and play in. But the camel could make the long rotation through the sand and through everything that's taking place right now. Look at this. It's a sandy rotation. There is a desert. There's nobody over here right now, so practically is one. There is a team really far behind, which is Endeavor. Looks like they're playing as much edge of zone because they are down one, so don't have much to worry about with them right now. I don't think they're going to get into a fight. Everyone in the center of the zone right now is kind of chilling and vibing. Wouldn't really call it chilling and vibing. They're definitely intense on these fights, and they're going for damage. They're picking on people. They're trying to get as much in as humanly possible, but is it going to be enough right now? So we do have the soloqgoats, probably the one that's actually rotating. We have Reply Totem Esports. What the heck is going on up here? They have a Kraber? Or is it a Sentinel? Oh, it's a Sentinel. Okay, I thought it was a Kraber. Is he going to slap him again with a Sentinel? You know, Jedi are Sentinels. They rock the white lightsaber. Or, excuse me, yellow lightsaber. Keep it together, man. Oh, look at that. Smacks up our Gibraltar. Breaks his arm shield. Tells him, we know what happened to that arm shield. It got nerfed. Don't peek me unless you want to take extra damage from my Sentinel. He has limited ammo on this, though, so he needs to be mindful of his ammo count. And we have FB. Unfortunately, their armor situation has not improved. They have not got a lot of armor out. I don't think they're going to get pushed out. I think what we're going to look at here is Morningstar. So SMS, so Morningstars has everything really to worry about here as they rotate in. So we'll keep an eye on the soloqgoats as well as the Morningstars, because their rotation happens to be one of the longest right now to get in. Wait a minute. We'd also have NCD going for a potential fight here. So keep an eye on this. Right now, teams are finding their spot. They only have a minute. So a minute does go by very fast. They take their life a quarter mile at a time. And we see teams all rotating. We see the pressure. Once the zone pulls, we're going to go from like 17 teams down to 11. It's just going to be an absolute bloodbath. It's going to be a war zone. It'll be a nightmare to commentate, but that's why I'm here. We're here for the vibes. Third Impact just chilling in the center. They're just grabbing all the loot they possibly can. Jazz keeping it chill. The Milo Davis of the lobby. The lobby. Morningstars still trying to keep us frosty, trying to stay awake, try not to lose their cool and their momentum. soloqgoats has to rotate in. But they don't have much to worry about besides LCDF, so we'll see if they run into them. So we'll keep an eye on Morningstars, and we'll keep an eye on soloqgoats. Those are going to be the two teams that we need to keep an eye on because they have a hard rotation. And they're going to get smacked by a Crypto ult. Gibraltar does get cracked. That means that the rotation is going to suck. Getting cracked early on. And they're getting burned, and this is what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Morningstars going into an early fight. We got a Venn diagram of bubbles going out. Looks like they went to college. Let's see how Morningstars is going to educate this team not to push them. They are getting thirded in the back, potentially here. If they wait too long, Morningstars has to make a push up. They do have a gold armor. They do have the ability to... Oh, there it goes. There it goes, an aggro push. He tries to shoot him at a weird angle. Looks like they do go out, and Morningstars is feeling very confident. FB should have probably signed back onto Facebook and backed out from that. They do have two down. They do have the port in. They're looking for their spot, looking for the positioning. Let's see where the Wraith decides to put her port. If she's going to stay here, she goes right back. There's two ports right on top of each other. You have a tunnel of information there. Let's take a look as well as soloqgoats as they rotate in. They should be okay. I don't think they're going to get into a fight. Looks like this is going to be mostly Morningstars that we have everything to worry about right now. And yeah, it looks like that's where we're going to chill. FB still in this, technically. They managed to recover. They managed to keep it together. I thought they were going to get punished a lot more from this, but congrats and huge play by FB. Let's take a look at FB. The fact that they went in on an Under Armour situation should be praised, and they should be, because it was definitely calculated. It was definitely calculated. Listen, they knew exactly what they were doing there. We're bouncing between soloqgoats and Morningstars because they're in the outer edges, and looks like nobody else wants to really bully. Who is the current kill leader of the lobby? Looks like it's still Endeavor. He still has the most amount of kills. He's on the outskirts there. soloqgoats and Morningstars, ladies and gentlemen, they are on both the outskirts, as you can tell from the map. We do also have NCD going for some plays, going for some fights. Oh, sorry, everyone's apologies on that. Didn't mean to switch there. Ow, Nisa. Nisa getting a little bit hit there. It was pretty close. soloqgoats is looking okay. They have a hard rotation, so I'm kind of curious when they're going to make the play. I don't want to miss that. And we'll keep a look at NCD as well. Because NCD could potentially rotate. There's Navi. There's Maestro. Keep a close eye on NCD, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Endeavor is breaking out into a gunfight, so let's take a look at what they're doing. And soloqgoats, what have they done? Did they catch somebody out? He managed to get one more kill to his name. We do see a sentinel shot go out. We'll switch back over to the soloqgoats if they happen to get into a play. We are switching POVs a lot here because a lot of fights are about to break out, as you can tell. This is getting really intense. Oh, hits him right in the head. My man goes down. His head is gone. He no longer has a watermelon for a head. Out and not feeling good anymore. Microfibers is out. soloqgoats managed to find their positioning in. Let's take a look over at NCD because it looks like they're breaking into fight. The crypto ult is there to get them to back off, but unfortunately it does not hit anybody. So it looks like once they get the scan out, ooh, that grenade definitely hit them for quite a bit of damage, and they're getting shot from a whole different angle. They cannot get hit by another frag, and they have to push in. They have to make a play here or rotate, and if they wait too long, and there it is, there's the play up to get some height on them, get some a little bit of shot in there. Dolphin going for the rotation. There is a knock from Top Dogs. Top Dogs not feeling on top right now. They're showcasing that Dolphins are better than dogs, question mark? And Dolphin just making the play right in, and they're going to recover. He was going to try to push him in. He's like, well, listen, bro, look, they're shooting from a distance. Got to chill, got to vibe. What's happening? We have to be very careful. Endeavor's on the low ground over here, but they're not aware that they are there. They do have the high grounds. Morningstars has to make a play, and they only have 10 seconds before the zone pushes in, which is very little time, very uncomfortable. And here they go as they fly right up in the air. They do scan them out. They are possibly going to drop this crypto drone. Look at that. Love it when a nice crypto drone gives us all the information that we are looking for. So he does recall that drone, and he's probably going to make a play right here. And there's the crypto ult. The Wraith is going to push in, taking a lot of damage, unfortunately. Mach 600. There's the crypto drone right back out. Did he get stuck? Popping his Q right in time. I believe he got stuck. And we also have NCD popping off, becoming the new kill leader of the lobby. But let's hold on Morningstars right now, and then we'll switch back over to NCD and see how they're holding up. Okay, they back out. Looks like NCD. What are they doing here? What are the vibes? What are the situation? FB is holding them out. We do have Reply Totem Esports taking shots from a distance. They do have the best opportunity to win this fight here. But it looks like Morningstars just managed to clean that up. They're looking pretty solid and looking pretty clean. The zone is pulling to the north side. soloqgoats is still in this, by the way, which is Shiv's team, and they're in zone, so they're probably not going to push out and go for any fight. So we got our 3 teams that we're going to keep a close eye on. Let's see who is also the current kill leader, which is, again, NCD. Morningstars making the push in, NCD, as well as soloqgoats. These are all the teams kind of on the outskirts, so may not need to keep an eye on soloqgoats. Might need to switch to whoever rotates the fastest here. Oh, it looks like they caught eye on a team that is actually down below. Now it's just a matter of waiting to see what happens. Clock is ticking. 5 seconds. Dolphin got a knock with a nade, and he's pushing. He's got the Havoc with a turbocharger, and there's the nade. Oh, the Arc Star stuck. The crypto doesn't even know what to do except for blow up and get eliminated. There's an Arc Star response back. They have no idea where that port goes, so they're not going to take it. Dolphin has always the intelligent rotation in, and he's looking for where the third is, and they find him at the back angle, sprays him, and running out of Havoc ammo, though. His Havoc ammo is not looking sharp. He has probably about a mag or 2 left. They could do something here. NCD is popping off this round. Dolphin is really giving it to the teams. soloqgoats looking pretty sharp down below. Let's take a look at Morningstars as they rotate in. Are they going to survive? He manages to potentially get one there. Reply Totem Esports. Let's take a look at their POV as they're smacking it up. We'll keep an eye on NCD. It looks like one did go down from Badali. Let's see how Dolphin keeps this together because he's got the banner, but I don't think they're going to be able to get the res. Reply Totem Esports does have the height here. soloqgoats spraying right up above, as well as Navi breaking into a fight here. Let's go to Navi's POV. Just making sure we can capture all of the action as fast as possible here. You can take a look from the map. It's definitely feeling pretty close and pretty claustrophobic. There's the scan. Reply Totem Esports does have the height as long as they knock the team over on the left, which is happening right now. 107 smacks a Gibraltar across the head. We're seeing a theme here. Every Gibraltar is just getting smacked across the head. Pushing that ponytail right off and letting his hair go free-flowing. They do have height here. Can they keep it? And there it is, 60 damage in. Amaze keeping it amazing. They do have the opportunity to get this once that bubble does go out. They're letting him fight up here for contention. And it looks like as well as Shiv's team, soloqgoats Warriors, is also in a gunfight. We'll switch over to that fight once we're over with this fight here because we're already hot on this action. They have to fight for this. One does go down. This is not looking good for Reply Totem Esport. And Amaze, the only option he has to have at this point is just run. NCD taking the angle here, taking the shots. Let's take a look as well as soloqgoats. They managed to find their positioning over in the center. NCD managed to clutch that out. We predicted that would happen. We knew it would happen. Fortunately, now we look at NCD now, and you know, we have soloqgoats at the edge here. This is a lot of fights about to break down. We hold here because this is where all the fights are going to be. Smokes out, ladies and gentlemen. Bangalore here. When I throw smokes, it becomes really hard to see. Gotta love Bangalore's commentary. Let's take a look here at NCD. One is down. Unfortunately, are they going to go out? And it looks like they are going to. And there they go. So there's only 4 teams left in the lobby. Shiv throws the Master Arcstar up in the air. Third Impact does have only a Loba left in play, while Maestro is looking very solid. They have one of the best positionings right now. I really believe this is going to go up to them. Look at their angle and look where they're at and look where all the other teams are. As long as they play this patiently, they could win this. And Smokes out. Smokes make sure nobody can see. I must keep it together. I must not cave. That's all I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen. And Shiv spraying and praying with the R301. Keeping it together as much as he can here. He does have red armor. He's looking pretty sharp, looking pretty clean. He's only got a few shots left with the EVA 8. This is Maestro's game. We do have also Third Impact just kind of chilling. And Kungarna as well. Wait a minute, Kungarna. How can we sleep on Kungarna? You can't sleep on Kungarna. They do have height, and they're also picking on that Loba. That Loba does not have very long to live. Going to get burned and try to pop the Q, and Kungarna snags an extra point. So this is going to be hard for the soloqgoats. Oh no, and that's the last thing you want ever to happen ever. You have a few seconds to rotate in, and Kungarna jumps right down on soloqgoats. Can they clean it up? Can they make it a clean fight? Right now we have people down on both sides, and they do get the armor swap. This is going over to Maestro. This is not looking good. This is such a messy fight, and Maestro just came in orchestrating a beautiful play. Beautiful. Beautiful. They said that Watson gets another buff and rework soon. That's going to be very exciting to see. Dolphin did have the big brain. No smoothness there. All wrinkles. All wrinkles. Really big game for game 2. We knew how that was going to play out once that fight was messy. That was just pretty much handed to them on a silver platter, but that was a good game for soloqgoats, getting some good placement points. Let's take a look at how many kills they had. A lot of kills to their name. A total of 11 plus 12. Got a total of 23. Total points for that round. Going to shoot them right up. soloqgoats showing what it means to be in the lobby. Kungarna only got 2 kills, but it's okay. 3rd place. At least they got some points to their name. Pushing themselves right back up. NCD Dolphin popped off. Well, they only got 4 points plus 9. So a total of 13. Boosted up to their name. NCD is definitely going to skyrocket as well up in that lobby. But Maestro, definitely an understory here. Underdog tail coming up here with 5 plus 12, so there's a total of 17 points added to their name. So big games going almost halfway through the day so far. Hopefully you guys are all excited. Don't forget to leave a like. Show your support. Because we have a lot underway. And it's just the beginning. Literally just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 1 second, and then once we're all set up, we'll be into the next round. Once I get that next beautiful code, we'll also break down the scoreboard so you guys know exactly what you're looking at. Just 2 more seconds. We will be all set up. Hopefully you guys are all excited. This has been a really great day so far. A lot of action. A lot of action so far. And this is exactly the type of stuff we like to see, especially going into the finals. People are fighting for their spot. They're not giving out. They're not giving up. And why should they? Leave a like. Honestly, I know somebody's in the comments that NCD was too aggressive, they paid, but still, they managed to get a lot of kills for it. They got a lot of kills, and it's important just to highlight the difference that made of making an aggro push. They capitalized on it. I think if they all took the south side, I think they got a little bit too aggressive on the other team, and that's where the Gibraltar got picked on. If the Gibraltar just held with the rest of his team, I think things would have panned out a lot better for them. I think that's where the downside really happened. All right, so all the scores are being updated. Endeavor should still have a nice hold. They should still have that nice lead. They should. That's what we're expecting here, ladies and gentlemen, is the nice hold and the nice lead. Don't forget to hydrate and drink as well. Whoa there, Philip. This is a family-friendly... I'm just kidding. Nades are much more value competitive. They definitely are. Even though Fuse has a lot to bring to the table, unfortunately, you just never know how many nades you're going to get. And that's definitely the hard part, right? It's definitely the hard part. Space does get tight, and we have a really the next few rounds are going to be really huge. We're almost halfway through the tournament. We have 3. We're in game 3. We have this, so we still have a total of 4 more rounds to play out. Everyone's definitely fighting for positioning, so let's see if we see a similar case happen. Also with DMK, this is not a good day for DMK. They went out in 20th place twice. You know, in some circumstances, it's nice to have those $20 bills, but not in this case. Not looking good for them. Are they going to... Let's see if they consider if they should fight Endeavor right off rip. I don't know. I really feel like they should reconsider that. Not that they don't have the skill, but the RNG element of it. Is it really worth going for over and over again? I don't know. I don't know necessarily. It definitely feels very risky. All right, as we stay hydrated and we're ready for the next round here. You know what makes me wish would happen, because Matt Pickett's is an amazing Mirage, is just have him go Mirage. We see that unique comps really change up things. I feel like if a team is too predictable with their comp, it's easy to counter at that point. But if you give them something that they're not used to or not prepared for, it makes things a lot more interesting. It really does. So I kind of wish that if they're low and they need it, just go Mirage. Just screw it. Just make it happen. Matt Pickett's extremely skilled as a Mirage. And I wonder if that can make or break a fight, especially popping the ult whenever things are chaotic and there's so much on the line. Yeah, and realistically, Kungarna did int, and they cost him. There was an Arc Star, so it could have been a clean fight. It really could have. But because Shiv's team knew exactly what to do and how to respond, they pushed for it. So again, chat, I ask you guys, are we going to get another thermal station launch site ending? Is it going to pull towards the south? The pros are all talking about it, saying if it happens again, they're going to give everyone subs. And if you're enjoying, don't forget to subscribe here, because what you're watching is Apex Legends Global Series Championship. Oh, 1 second. Let's take a look and see if the scoreboard has been updated. And it has, ladies and gentlemen. It has. So let's take a look at that score and let's break it down. The Wikipedia page is above for you guys to check out. Okay, so Endeavor, despite going out early there, is still holding a really great lead. They still have 32 points, with second place with soloqgoats. NCD in third place with 18. TD in fourth place with 17. Look at this. Remember I said every point matters? Look how many teams have 17. TD has 17. Totem has 17. Maestro has 17. Even though they got first place there, 17, 17, 17. This is a sweet 16 going into 17. And we have Kungarna in 7th place. Even though they had good placement there, they definitely need more kills to the name to continue to make, well, really big plays. They really need to have that come together for them to go up to that next level. We'll see if they manage to maintain any of that consistency and how things are going to play out. A lot of teams also WLTM. I saw somebody in chat. Unfortunately, they did go up very early that last round at 18th place, so that definitely was not the play for them, as well as DNMK. This is not what you want to see going into the last day, especially considering if they go out early again, I don't think they're going to 50-50. There's no way that they would 50-50 Endeavor, they're just handing it to them. Literally handing it to them. So I highly doubt they'll go for that push again or that play. It doesn't seem like it's working. It could work. Doesn't mean it can't. Doesn't mean they don't have the skill for it. But it just means that they should kind of readjust their play to see how things shape up. Okay. Let's go into game 3. We'll switch over to the POVs of the game. And we'll begin here in just a moment. I just need a few people to move over their spots and we'll get started here in just a moment. Also, raise the total scores. Once we get to the total scores, we'll talk about it. Remember, it is on a 5-minute delay. How does scoring work? Fantastic question, Josh. Fantastic question. Scoring works based off of placement and kill points. Both of those matter immensely. For first place, you get 12 points. For second, you get 9. For third, you get 7. For fourth, you get 5. For fifth, you get 4. For sixth, it starts dropping, so forth and so forth. Every placement point matters. Even 15th place, you get 1 point. Every elimination counts as a point in itself. So let's say you don't even get first, but you get 20 kills in the lobby. Well, that's a massive amount of points, and that definitely going to help you because you're obviously knocking a lot of teams. So you need to both play aggressively and also play patient when you need to. All right, we got a 2-minute start countdown going into game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Who won the second game? The second game was given to Maestro, first place with 5 kills. soloqgoats was second with 11 kills, so technically they really evened out in points, and it's why they're in second place. So if we look at the scoreboard there, going into the next one, we'll look at the total score as it gets added up, because remember the other teams that are playing, A versus C, are literally playing as we speak right now, so their scores have to be tallied in and factored in as well. So we look here, Endeavor, first place with 32 for the day. Remember, this is the day itself. It's important as we look at the day because that's going to be who you're going to see really shoot up on the scoreboard. Endeavor 32, soloqgoats second with 24, NCD third place with 18, ED fourth place with 17, Totem 17, Maestro 17, and Kungarna as well. And then we do have all the teams from down below, which they can definitely make a comeback. Listen, Na'Vi can as well. Na'Vi's a very well-known name, especially within Apex, and it doesn't mean that they can't pop off. There's every opportunity to do so. But yeah, those early fights are definitely costing them from Endeavor. With Endeavor. Let's see if they decide to push him. We'll hold on Endeavor at the very start of the round and see if they decide to just go full aggro. I don't know if they're going to. It'd be really strange, but listen, stranger things have happened. We've all seen the TV show Stranger Things. Are you streaming this on Twitch? No, just on YouTube. Rampart, Fuse, and Mirage in Squad 1. That would actually be insane. That would be insane. Would love to see it. And we'll keep an eye on soloqgoats. And here we go. The countdown timer has begun. And here we go. going into the next round of the day. We'll be sure to pause the music in just a moment. Just getting started. Looks like we had, is it one? Okay, no. They all managed to connect. If you're enjoying, don't forget to leave a like to show your support so other people find the stream here over on the YouTube side of things. Looks like teams are keeping consistent with everyone they're picking. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to tab out really quick. I'm just going to be sure to turn off the music a little early this round so we can break things down. No unique comps. Matt Pickett is running a Revenant. So they're running Octane Revenant. So definitely going to be making some pushes here. We'll hold on Endeavor at the start. And we'll keep a very close eye. And there we go. Champion squad of the first round. And we'll keep an eye on Endeavor and see what they're going to pull and bring to the table. See if DNMK decides to push them. Or are they going to pay their respects and be respectful? It looks like they're backing off. They are backing off, but they're going to end up running into a whole different team. Endeavor has their spot for free. But DNMK, it looks like they're pushing a whole different roster now. Oh, looks like they're not. They're split. They're splitting over in Survey. And this is going to change how the lobby is actually going to play out. Having more teams rotated. Is this going to pull on the north side? Are we going to finally see a north side ending? We do have Nobby splitting Overlook and No Name as well. We'll be sure to keep a close eye, making sure that we do not miss any 50-50s. But this time around, is this going to play out very differently? Let's see if make sure no 50-50s are breaking out over on the Skyhook side. There is not. They're pretty separated, but they're very close to each other. They are in nearby buildings. So pretty tight teams, pretty tight roster. Everyone is looking pretty comfortable. No teams are currently fighting. As you can tell from the mini-map, everyone is going through their rotation. Everyone is playing this very safe. This is a whole different turn of events. The most action we'll see right now as everyone gets their loot and rotate is mostly going to be from, well, spraying and praying these poor little creatures. My min didn't miss a shot. But he is grabbing the extra light ammo and he's going to start the next trial here. I'm going to grab himself all of the armor and all of the loot. Just a little bit there at the start. Question, I don't know if you guys know this in chat. Is the Prowler, the Prowler we see here, is the gun named after this creature? I want to say it is, but I could be wrong. God, that aim just was so crisp. I know he's shooting at, you know, Prowlers, but still, looks very clean. Any fights that are breaking out, ladies and gentlemen, any fights right now, no fights, no 50-50s. Everyone's playing a lot more respectfully than they ever have. DNMK could still go for an early fight, though. They could get into an early engagement. It's not impossible. Definitely viable from what we're seeing.
I need a bearer mod.
Once we see where the next fight is going to break out to, and then we do have Maestro, they may go for some early fights here. They actually may go for some early fights. This is a whole different lobby. Feels like I'm watching a whole different set of teams. It's crazy how a little bit of a switch up can make a big difference. And Endeavor is about to run up on third impact. So keep an eye on third impact as well. The Loba team is aware there's a crypto drone to potentially get a crack out. Third impact does manage to get the drone out, and here Brian is climbing the side here, trying to get height, but the Valkyrie already has height, the ultimate height, so they have to be careful on contesting her. You see the tension building here. This is a first fight about to break out potentially. But the Valkyrie, this is why it's good to have a Valkyrie. Can Loba connect some of her shots? Can they connect some of those bow shots? The bow check, please. Do it for us. Unfortunately, not enough to make really any plays or any pushes. They're going to back out of this fight very quickly. I highly doubt we'll see anything come from that. But we do have DNMK looking for a fight here. They know that they're really down points, and they can't necessarily just go for placement anymore. They're going to need to go for some points. They're going for the beacon scan here. I wonder if they're aware of the team that is very much nearby them. He hits the crypto just to give him a little wake-up call. Say, hey, no time for playing games. No Game Boy here. We do have a fight breaking out over here. Navi jumping right down. Being careful. Look at that movement from the Valkyrie. Floating and fluttering when she needs it. Taking an off angle. Not enough to get the ultimate height. Just ran out of gas there. Navi fighting for positioning here. Nesh has popped off before. We'll see if he can maintain that consistency. And that team, which is major pushers, I guess it's not a major push. It's a little league push. This was not the major push that they wanted, but close enough. At least they're paying the respects. This is on the north side of the map compared on the south side. At least we're seeing things play out a little differently. FB flying in with a jump pad, looking for some space, but their their crypto is absolutely getting fried. Max strafe, maxing things out. Spraying with the charge rifle. Charge rifle Charlie, and the crypto does go down. And unfortunately, so does the Wraith. Now we're looking at a solid 2v2 situation, and the bubble is out above. Can he get his way to success here? Bubble out. The Valkyrie does fly in, sprays, and gets the jump on the Gibraltar. Has unlimited ammo because the Spitfire just doesn't run out of ammo, apparently. She gives her peace sign out because she has left the fight. Nesh has gone down. There's the port to save him, to get him right back up to height. And all they got to do is keep it together and res. And they should be okay. What a great play by Navi. This was a pretty smart play on their part, and they did keep it together. As long as they keep their composure, Major Pushers has decided to rotate right back. But Major Pushers kind of missed out on the opportunity, unfortunately. We also have a team at CD, does have them gated here in the center. I love the fact these fights we're capturing a lot of the early fights, which is really good. I say that commentator's curse, watch as we miss potentially another fight. But everything looks like it's been consistent so far. There is the potential fight here from NCD. I don't know if they're aware of the team that is located in the tunnel. Are they going to get Thomas a tank engine to leave his mighty tunnel? Dolphin is aware of the angle here. They could get rotated on by third impact. There is a possibility there. There's a lot that could be at play. We'll have to find out if they're going to get into a fight. But we do have DNMC, or excuse me, yeah, DNMK. I can't talk for today. Getting into a fight. Here they go for the push. They're going for the early pushes here because they need to. They need those early points because they will not have enough otherwise. Let's take a look at the crypto that's trying to arc, trying to get a connection here. Smacks him right upside with a hemlock, and he does go down. Now this is a 3v2 situation. As long as they keep it together, they keep it clean. But right now, they have kept it clean. This is looking pretty solid. The Wraith is up top. She does crack for 55. Hopefully they do not finish him. And there it goes. There's a cleanup that we're looking for. NCD, they have not gotten to the fight. They're constantly scanning. They're constantly going out. And DNMK, it looks like also soloqgoats getting into a fight here. Shiv breaking out into a fight. We'll keep an eye both on soloqgoats as well as NCD. Shiv is goated. He does damage for 10 damage there with his mighty Bangalore smoke. Smokes out. When you pop a smoke, you can't see anything. Zone is closing. They only have 17 seconds before the pressure is in. They decide to push. They have one down. Can they get a second? The Wraith is running away for dear life, and there they go. They go for the mighty cleanup. Endeavor has gone out. This is a really good fight. Excuse me, for soloqgoats, knowing that they don't have to worry about them, and they can essentially take first place from them if they maintain that consistency. Only if they maintain the consistency, though. But we'll have to see if they manage it. I think they made a push up there. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to reevaluate what's happening there. NCD gating here, hard gating. They have a gate up. They say nobody, you shall not pass. Lord of the Rings style. They have Gandalf in the lobby. Dolphin is acting like a Gandalf, but imagine a dolphin with a really big beard and a top hat with a nice cane. Imagine that for a moment. That's Dolphin. He's Gandalf. I'm sorry to put that weird image in your head, but it's not too strange considering how much gating Dolphin has been doing as of late. Screaming, they shall not pass. He says that, do you want the battle pass? You can't have it because you cannot pass. They can't have any of the nice skins from Season 9. Maybe they can get them in Season 10. I don't know. A lot of teams have gone out already, actually. If they get a solid crack here, they're pushing. I promise you. If they get, like, let's say, I want to say 90 damage. If they get 90 damage at 14, not enough to make a push. But is enough to put the pressure. We'll keep an eye, again, on soloqgoats that's rotating in. We do have, as well, Morning Stars, who has a decent angle up here. So we'll keep an eye on these 3 different teams right now. Morning Stars is looking pretty solid. Let's take a look at the teams. 2 seconds. They're going to see a little bit of lag. I just want to see the scores and who has the best score. So soloqgoats and NCD are who we need to keep an eye on. Endeavor is out. We do have Top Dogs that we can take a look at as well. Top Dogs is 17. It looks like they got some shots here. That's why they're getting picked on. Top Dogs is rotating over on this side. soloqgoats on that angle, and NCD getting picked on. All they can do is really hold on the south side. I forgot that this angle even existed, to be honest. Literally forgot this angle existed. Oh no, that's not looking good. Dolphin got smacked and he goes down. Gandalf is down, but do not worry, he can come back as Gandalf the White. He was Gandalf the Grey, and now Dolphin is Gandalf the White. He rezzed him. He is now stronger and better than before. He's got his mighty hobbits next to him. He's got Sam the Wise and Frodo. I don't remember the pre-name that they gave him, but it's definitely a good one. Trust me. Dolphin is looking like Gandalf the White here. The mighty Dolphin with the great beard. Speaking of beards... Gears? Richard Gere? I have no idea what I was trying to say there. Top Dogs, these are the top 3 teams that we're looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all the action that has been taking place. It's been hot. It's been looking spicy. It's been looking clean. What kind of spicy food are you going to have for dinner? We got a bogey on the marker. Almost sounds like a Bangalore. But not Bangalore. Don't worry. All is good. All is well. soloqgoats look like they're getting into a fight here. Let's take a look at Shiv, and he's spraying and praying with a flatline. He loves himself the mighty flatline. He's definitely trying to flatline this team here. Are they going to make a play? Target over there. Don't worry, they may shoot you. I got to stop with the Bangalore. My Bangalore impersonation is excruciatingly bad. Leave a like if my Bangalore impersonation is awful. I expect those likes to go up to 1,000. Honestly, I expect it to be up to the 2,000, maybe 3,000 mark. It's pretty rough.
What do you think is over here?
One of them over there. Over here. Contact with target. They're far. I see one.
This is getting really tight, guys. It's getting really intense. We got to figure out where the next fight is going to break out. They could Revenant Totem push that. They could not. These are all the teams that are really fighting on the edge right now. I'm trying to make sure who is going to be. Morning Stars woke right up and got themselves a nice care package. No Krabers in play right now, ladies and gentlemen. soloqgoats making a push in. Look at that movement. Shiv flying right in. Nothing like cold steel on a hot day, even though they're fighting a world's edge and it's definitely snow everywhere. Ooh. Not half bad. Smokes out, going out, and they know that's a Bangalore team. They know they're looting up. They're going to make a push on this. Nobody loots up in my lobby. And they're actually going to rotate. They have to be very careful because they're going to be rotating on NCD, and there's the ult out. Look at that beautiful movement by Shiv. Rotating. This is the next fight that's breaking out. They're literally in the center, so we might as well hold on them because this could be the end for them here. Once they go out, isn't going to be enough. They're going to be rotating on NCD, and there's Smokes out. Smokes makes... Okay, I'm stopping. I'm sorry. NCD in a fight. Na'Vi going for a fight as well. This has been non-stop action. There is a res going out. Sticks... Arcstar. Almost sticks. Sorry. Unfortunately, it did not stick that Arcstar. But they needed it. Na'Vi, are they going to make a push here? They have to clean this up really quickly. There's not a whole lot of time. Major pushes has been a big pain in the rear for them. He's on his right. He's on his right, and there he is. Luckily, he did see him on the right. I thought he was going to get shot by him for some reason. I had a little bit of a panic. Let's see, NCD. They did get a knock over on Kaspir. And they're making the push up. Let's see what soloqgoats is. They totally swapped here. How did that happen? Gandalf the White Dolphin has definitely managed to swap. And Na'Vi is still getting into a fight. Let's take a look at their POV. Just a reminder, if you're just tuning in, I am controlling the camera, commentating, doing everything for the casting here. So if you're enjoying anything that you see, be sure you leave a like. It could definitely get a lot of chaotic. We are controlling everything that's happening on the stream. We're bouncing back and forth. It's a one-man show. It definitely gets a little crazy. They're looting for dear life. They have a few seconds. They have the jump pad there. They definitely shoot it out, make sure they can't use that for the rotation. Dolphin does have his jump pad up as well. What is going to happen? You have 3 teams here. This is going to get really messy really fast. And this is definitely going to be in the favor of goats, the soloqgoats. What's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? We only have a few seconds, 29 seconds. The zone is closing. Look at that zone. It's about to get barbecued. Watson created that, in case you didn't know. Peaks are happening. There's very little time. But I don't think they're actually going to fight. Let's take a look at Na'Vi, who definitely has a height. Kawhi taking his angles here. And they're pushing in. I think that they're going to be okay here. This is going to be hard. There's going to be like 3 different fights that are going to happen. Major pushers looks like they got taken out due to zone. And those kills both went over to Na'Vi. And here we go. No team is fighting over here. There is a team, Licite, taking out the angle over here. This team is going to get gated. We have multiple teams. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Something ain't right. soloqgoat showing up right behind. There is a sandwich here. There's Subway. They got themselves a foot long. The whole tunnel looks like a giant foot long itself. Major pushers also getting pushed. Na'Vi rotating right behind. Here we go. Like I said, there's fights on the north side. There's fights on the south side. There's too many teams left in the lobby. There's nonstop action taking place. They are going for the res. There is another fight breaking out by DNMK. They're holding on for dear life with the gas. Matt Pickett's team, we like that mate. Definitely pushes in. Tries to grief over on Shiv's roster, but unfortunately it's not enough. Matt Pickett, the only option he has at this point is to back off and rotate away. We do have all the teams fighting over here for dear life. NCD. There's like 4 different fights breaking out, ladies and gentlemen. Literally, there's like 4 different fights. This is getting crazy. This is getting chaotic. It's going to be an absolute madhouse here of what we're going to see. We have the soloqgoats. We have everyone fighting on for dear life. We're not unsure what's going to happen, how it's going to take place. We're going to drop down from 15 squads down to 8. I guarantee it. We're going to have like a million fights break out. It's like watching Dragon Ball Z and everyone decides to fight. That was Matt Pickett trying to make a rotation in. Trying to use the totem for rotation, but unfortunately was unable to make it all the way in. We have Third Impact making a push in over on the left side. We do have teams going for the gate. Things are about to get really nasty. There is a team right above on the soloqgoats. They have to drop down. They have very limited time. There's 10 seconds till the zone comes in. Definitely frustrating. Here they go. They're flying right in. Shiv manages to knock one. Let's take a look at his POV. And there's one flying away and managed to get another knock. Third Impact is definitely feeling the impact of this, and soloqgoats is going to get constantly pushed on and rotated on. They have to keep this smart and keep it classy. Let's take a look at Na'Vi as they're fighting as well. They rotate, though. It looks like they're okay, and they're looking pretty sharp. NCD's fighting right now, soloqgoats. We also have Morningstar breaking out into a fight, taking shots from a distance. They do have a triple take in hand. They do have the ability to fight this. This is getting very chaotic. Like I said, now we're down to only 13 squads. Everyone's getting burned. How to get burned? Nicolas Cage. How to get burned? How to get burned? I don't even know. Who knows how to get burned? But all I know is the soloqgoats are fighting for their dear life. Zepeth now has a massive amount of kills to his name. The port has gone out, rotating right back and forth. And this is not looking good for the soloqgoats. Is NCD even still in this, ladies and gentlemen? Looks like they have gone out. Massive amount of fights have broken out. soloqgoats trying to keep it together. Shiv trying to hold on. He is number 8 in the lobby, and Third Impact manages to keep it together. They kept screaming, keep it together, man. And here's another underrated fight that's happening. Dead Inside, proving that they're not dead. They're very much alive. And Underrated jumps right down and cleans it right up. Ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute mess of fights that have all taken place. It has been an absolute nightmare. This dropped down from immediate 15 fights, and it's been an absolute cluster all at once. All at once, ladies and gentlemen. Morningstar definitely is waiting here, making sure the rest of the lobby fights while they get their placement points. Top Dog's trying to prove that they're still on top. They do have a nice center zone there. Underrated has a really rough angle. They're going to be stuck in the open. This could be Top Dog's game, to be honest. Lisi Tay about to get rotated on by Morningstars. We'll have to see if Morningstars over. They still have the triple take. Oof, right in the back. Smack him again, and he does go down. He is screaming as if he was Batman. Do you bleed? Keeping it together. The triple take has been to make a monumental play here, and Morningstar should hold this and keep it together. The bubble is there to make sure they don't get rotated in the back. Smack him up. Don't hit him for 7. The 73, there's the number we're looking for. Oh, wow. And that's unfortunate. You had every witch an advantage and still go down, and they pass it off to Lee Site. LCD, they do have the gold bag. Underrated could drop a totem here. They could make a play. Is he going to drop it, though, or are they going to save it for later? If they manage to get a knock, I guarantee they'll make that play, but they have to be careful from the team over right behind, because I guarantee when they get pushed back, they'll definitely get rotated on. There's only 4 teams remaining. Not looking too good for a lot of these teams. Let's take a look at who the current kill leader is. Actually, we're looking at it right now. Revenant roster. Is he going to pop his Revenant totem? He goes for the silence right back. They do get crypto ulted, but everyone's popping a bat. And everyone's back to full HP, practically. Let's take a look at Crybot here in just a moment. Let's take a look. Let's switch over to POV. Lisi Tay looking pretty solid, while Underrated, unfortunately, has gone down. We only have 3 squads left in the lobby. Lisi Tay, this is their game. Let's hold on this. Let's see if they keep it together. Can they win this? Can they clutch it out? Top Dog is on the right and on the left. You see Underrated just getting shot out right in the open. They need these 2 other teams to fight, which they may. They may. They do have the triple take. The triple take is now making a difference for this team. The totem has gone out. Who are they going to push? It looks like they're trying to push over on Underrated. The Revenant team is getting constantly bullied here. Underrated, proving that they're underrated here, but is it going to be enough? They're going for the bats. They're trying to go for the reset. They've taken way too much damage. It's not looking good for them. Top Dogs just has to maintain it, keep it together. This is LCD's honestly, this is their game. This is their game as long as they wait patiently for the other teams to fight it out. If they get too greedy, it will spell death. And there's a Thermite screaming next how to get burned. Everyone's burning. Oh my word, everyone's burning. And there it goes. Wow. What a cleanup. And now we got a clean 3v3. Jokey is making sure to keep his triple tick shots on point. He's about to run out of ammo. He only has a few more bullets, but that's all he needs. This is the only amount of ammo that he needs left. And his utility manages to get a solid amount of damage. He's going to rotate right behind them. This is LCD's game as long as they keep their composure and keep it together. Unfortunately, they're breaking. They're crumbling under pressure. But they keep it together, and they do take the 3rd game of the day. What a great game for them. This is exactly what they needed to shoot right up on that leaderboard. Wow. What an insane game. That was a great game. Great game. In a moment, I do need to get up and walk around. I need to get myself some water and recuperate from that. That was crazy. That just mass chaos. We did our best to capture. Like I said, there was like 6 fights that broke out all at once. It was like looking at a prison break. Just everyone just fighting for dear life, just punching each other and shooting. Everyone had flat lines, PKs, EVA 8, smacking each other upside the head. LCD right now. Ooh, okay. They had 5. I saw 5, so plus 12. That's going to boost them up to 17. From what they had before, that's definitely going to be a big contender. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I just need a moment. I need to get up. I need more water. I'm out of water. So don't forget to leave a like, show your support, and let's come back and enjoy everything that you see. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Game 4, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Let's get right back in. Let's get into the action. Got myself some water. Can't lose my voice. Not yet. We still have tonight to cast as well. Okay, looking at the scoreboard. Underrated rarely had a lot of kills that round. That's where a lot of the kills went to. As well as Navi. It looks like that last round really did well for soloqgoats. It was pretty decent. Pretty decent. Once the scoreboard is updated, we'll break that down and we'll talk through everything that we see. Okay, it's almost updated. Once it's updated, we'll break down round 3 and we have round 4 about to start here. So a big day, ladies and gentlemen, a big day. I'm just setting up a few things, make sure we're all good to go. What a day, what a day. Okay, let's see what everyone... Your nade did 160. Whew! That nade was insane there. That nade was crazy. Came from downtown. Okay. I'm gonna hit refresh and let's talk about the score, what we're seeing. What are we seeing in the lobby? What is happening? Okay, game 3. Let's take a look at this. Ready? Let's talk about what we're seeing. What are we seeing? soloqgoats in first place. Shiv, my man with the robotic arm that's coming out of his beard. Santa Claus, the goat, the warrior. I don't know how many titles I can give him. I don't know. As many titles as the man wants, we'll give him all those titles. But he's in first place with his team. DeathQ and Zepith, they're all doing quite well. They should be very proud. They'll keep up this consistency. They'll run away with this day. This is a Bangalore team, by the way. A Bangalore team that we're seeing in first. So pretty exciting to see. We have Endeavor in second place. Unfortunately, he went out really early, though, with 18th place and no kills. But it doesn't mean they can't make a comeback. It means that they can still make a potential play out of this. LCDF making some potential there with first place. And look at that. Look at that. First place of 15 kill points. That's what does this mean? The one guy goes. That's pretty solid. That's pretty good. And then we have TD with 27 points, NCD with 21 total points, and then Totem at 19. And again, look, you see that every point matters. Every point is literally going to matter here. So it's very important that we understand this, because this is going to be a make and break moment for a lot of teams, especially when we're looking at the top 20 that are going to advance. And it may take a little while, so when we look at the overall standings, they are being updated, as you can tell, for the last day, and we'll take a look at this breakdown. We'll look on Battlefy as well once everything is updated. This is going to take some time, though. On the last moment, once we get confirmation that everything is updated here, you'll see the total, because you can see the top 20 teams that are going to advance. And right now, you do see the soloqgoats at least in the top 10, and they're just boosting up higher and higher and higher. But, you know, a lot of teams that really had to fight for this are your peers, TD, you know, Kick, a lot of these other teams. And there's another group going on right now that's covering all this. So very, very important. So, you know, be sure to check out the Liquipedia, Battlefy, all this so you can get all the information that you need. Game 4, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Okay. We are ready. Focus Revenant. Feels bad. It looks like everyone's definitely getting triggered by the Revenant. If you guys are enjoying, hit the like button. Ivan, I appreciate you. Good reminder. Let's see here. I'm just catching up with everyone. Leaf alike. Appreciate all of you guys for being here. Yeah, NCD did go out a little bit. Not too early, but still pretty good. Let me know if you have questions. What are your thoughts? Questions that you guys have. More than happy to answer anything and everything. Appreciate all the support. All of them saying "Das for fun." I appreciate it. Very kind words. You guys have been fantastic. You guys have been very kind. Close this out, and I have everything good to go. Oh, Frodo's the Ring Bearer. What a boring title. You got Sam the Wise, you know, Gandalf the White. You know, like, those are all awesome, and then you got Frodo the Ring Guy. Seems like a big misstep. I don't think I would want that title. It's like saying, you know, what is your name? I'm Daz, the holder of mice. Actually, no, that sounds pretty cool. You know, like hold multiple mice or something. I'm trying to think, what would be a really lame title besides Frodo the Ring Bearer. I mean, I know the ring is OP, it is super great, but it just kind of sounds a little, I don't know, it doesn't sound interesting. Maybe that's just me. Frodo the Ring Bearer. I'm trying to think of it. What would be like the worst title I could have? Daz the... Okay, I need a title. I need you guys to come up with something witty. What would be like the worst possible title that you could have if you were going to be in a group? Like, because this is trios Apex. You got like threes, you know? Like, you got one guy who's the pusher, the guy who's the Gandalf the White. Everyone's got like really, really cool titles. What would be like the worst title you could have? I guess you could say Daz, the supplier of heals. It's very boring. Just like, what do you do? I supply heals. Like, you could, I mean, you can make it more cool. It's like the medic, you know? A little fuzzy there. All right, going into game 4, let's talk about what we're going to see. It's only going to be 2 minutes until we start, and then we'll be underway. I don't know if DNMK, how are they doing still? Oh man, DNMK at least had more kills there. They're not in last place. FB is definitely having the most struggle right now, as well as Camels. You know, they're the mammals. Something Discovery Channel. And yeah, I mean, that's really our teams that we're looking at for today. All right, let me bring up my team list so I have that ready. I have my controls. I have everything good to go into game 4 for the day. And there we go. Countdown. Enjoy. Pause the music in just a moment. We'll see if anybody decides to change things up. Going into game 4, we only have 3 more rounds before the end of the day. It's going fast, ladies and gentlemen. It's going fast. This is why you don't want to miss any of the action. It goes by quick. Could you imagine if somebody ran just like a Rampart, Caustic, or Watson? That would be fascinating. Gandolphin. That's a good title. I like it. Okay. All right. Don't really see any big changes, but everyone's staying very consistent. I'm surprised how much Revenant there is. I'm definitely putting out a guide on Revenant. I'm really surprised, though. Honestly, I'm very surprised. Not in a bad way. Okay. Let's take a look at what DNMK does this round, because they've been, I don't know, they've been a little all over the place, and I want to see what they're going to do.
Just picking a place.
They can't have themselves go out like this. This is the last day before. They definitely need to kick it up a notch.
Let's go this way.
Remember to hydrate. I feel super dehydrated right now. So I'm reminding myself to drink more water. So it feels like my nose or face is itchy. I don't know if you guys ever had that. Sure, turn on highlights. Okay, they're disabled. Let's turn it back on. Okay. As teams decide to fly in and take their spots and take their angle, looks like DNMK is uncontested. Dolphin is very close by, but he's over a streamer building right now, grabbing himself some loot. Everything that he needs. There's no early fights happening right now. Looks like Dolphin's already pinging. He's predicting that it's going to land or finish over on the left side of the map. This is kind of a center zone. I haven't seen a zone pull here in a hot second, especially for ALGS right now. It's kind of been, some of the zones have felt very similar. I don't know if it's RNG or what. 2X with the R99 definitely hits different. And he's got himself a nice blue bolt. Did he pick it up? Is it updated? There it goes. I don't know why it didn't update there for a minute. But shout out to all of you guys in chat. If you're enjoying anything that you see, don't forget to show your support by slapping the like button. Because when you slap the like button, it brings more people to the stream. They all come and say hi and everyone gets to hang out. There he goes, speeding it up. Speeding Gonzalez. Got himself a jump pad. He doesn't aware of third impact is on the north side here. They do have their Loba ult, if they do choose so to use it, but it doesn't look like they're going to use it.
Let's check out this way.
And they're just flying right in. At least they're feeling comfortable. Not too bad. Also, be sure to preserve the voice. This is my moment to kind of breathe before things get really intense. And you guys know, they get very chaotic very quickly. So just know that when the action really kicks up, it really kicks up. Because right now everyone's just fighting for that center of the zone. We got Disco Boys keeping it sharp. TT. Krama. Serious. Why so serious? I've seen them do very well before. I wonder if they're going to keep it together. It's really going to be one of the big questions that we have. Right now, everyone is just finding their position. We do have FB potentially fighting Reply Totem Esport. What's going to happen here with Reply Totem?
Let's check out this way.
Are they going to fight? Are they going to wait? What's going to happen? Getting a little bit early damage there. Not really positive, especially when you're exposing the fact that you have a white armor on the team. FB has every opportunity here to win this. They are up on, I guess it kind of equals out. They have blues and against somebody who's got a purple, so it does even out. Gibraltar's up in the air. Fortunately misses his 30-30 repeater shots, and now they're stuck inside. One of them is pushing right up above, and the bubble does go out for some positioning. Nice solid movement, and then one does go down. This is not looking good for FB. FB was looking for a solid game, and the game is just not coming for them. They're going to get a clean mop, smacks him upside the head. Told him, boop, sit right back down. That man is just on the ground, has no idea what happened. And that's the first fight of the round so far. We do have a potential fight happening with Kungarna here. Kungarna definitely needs a really big game. My gosh, what are you doing with that G7? Graceful, that was beautiful. That was definitely graceful. They just kept running right into it. It was like you're shooting zombies or something. They didn't stop coming there. And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. No DMCA takedown here. We're not streaming on Twitch or on YouTube. But I do get copyright claims, so that's a little different. I don't know which one's... I mean, I guess you prefer a copyright claim over a DMCA takedown. I mean, nobody wants that. That sounds frightening. Major pushers. I wonder if they're actually going to push on this, though. I think they're going to hold. I don't... They're holding. They're waiting on the stock, you know. Holding out. AMC hold. Apes hold together. They're keeping it real. There's a team down below. Maestra here. They dropped all their armors. Oh, it was for the crypto. They're trying to make sure not to get crypto ulted. But now all they can do is just kind of hold and wait. We do have Endeavor here. Getting into a fight with Navi. That's a bit of an early fight. If they decide to push it, though. They do see they're trying to get an angle. And they're on height here. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep that, though. they are aware at least that they're split. So if they manage to push over here, they could get Brian caught out of position. It looks like Brian is definitely rotating over. He's trying to get away. Oh, no, he's still up there. He's up top. He's over on the left. You can see him on the left. So just a matter of how that's going to play out. This is pretty tight. They're definitely waiting for the opening, and luckily nobody has taken damage. If they did, that we would definitely see a push. I mean, I'd like to see a push. There's a drone. He's got to take it out before the crypto ult goes out. Pulls it back. At least just to know where they're at. So just getting that intel. We do see some shots from Morningstars going right over to We Like That Might. I feel like Matt Pickett should do it for the fans and pick Mirage just once. I'm not telling him to throw. I just think that he's a very talented Mirage. And I wonder, like, imagine, like, if that's, like, the play they need to make. If that makes the biggest difference for their comp. That would be crazy. But, I mean, Bloodhound is hard to trade out because, you know, essentially wall hacks, you know? Very hard to trade out. There is just a lot of shooting that's happening, but nobody's connecting anything right now. We know this team's on the low ground, Maestro. I don't think that they're going to engage on the top right now. We're just trying to predict what is going to happen next and where the next fight is going to break out. And like right now, even with the soloqgoats, we should definitely give them more airtime. We've been talking about every other team besides the soloqgoats, and they're our first place team right now. Our first place team, they're just kind of just chilling on the outskirts right now. DNMK right now as well, and then we have Lee Cite, which had a stand-up performance. LCD. LCDF. There's the bounce up.
We should go here.
Taking zone damage, but it's only zone 1. Only zone 1. You don't have too much to worry about. soloqgoats are rotating right now. Everyone is just finding rotation in. There's only one team out. We still have 19 teams of 57 in the lobby, and the zone has officially closed. Now, because of the closure, we now only have 2 minutes and 50 or 43 seconds until we have the next zone, which means that we're going to get more fights that are about to break out. Flying Camels, who has not really had the best performance thus far, but they do know what they're doing. They are a strong team. It's just a matter of can they find their positioning once they get in. They've been kind of bullied out, unfortunately. So as teams decide to rotate and they're finding their spot, this is where the fights really happen. This is where things get really chaotic. It's just going to be an absolute nightmare to commentate in a fun way, in a good way. It's not like in a bad way. It's like this is where everything just goes crazy. We are definitely going to see a team fight over on the left side with the soloqgoats, and we already see a fight breaking out here with DNMK. Are they going to go out early again? They do not need to go out in 19th place. They do send them back. That was a push right by them. I don't know if it's going to be, was it going to be enough? DNMK looking pretty frosty, not looking too shabby. So that was a push in. We do have a potential fight. There's probably like 3 or 4. Okay, so there's about 4 fights that are about to break out. There's one over in Skyhook. There's one over happening with soloqgoats, and there's one on the south side as well happening from Totem Esports. So you see they're about to roll up on a team? Okay, so we got 3 different fights about to break out. 3 little different fights with like a total of about 7 teams all in the thick of it. And once I see a knock, we'll try to switch back over, but it's going to be just a matter of who is actually going to engage first. I have a feeling it's going to be DNMK. And they're getting shot from another team, so can they just hold it together? Can they wait? You just got to wait a little patiently. Just got to keep it together.
Let's go here.
3 different fights about to break out, guys. These are those moments that are like, okay, hold up. Something ain't right.
Listen, let's move here.
Level 3.
Looks like we got some fans cheering for Kungar now. I have to keep an eye on them as well.
Enemy spotted. See, we move this way.
Kungarna right now, chilling and vibing very close to the soloq warriors. Oh, hold on. There we go. There's the fight that we were predicting. I had a feeling it was going to break out any moment. There's the flank right back. They had another Rev ult. He's got to res immediately. Unfortunately, he does not have enough time because the jump pad got him right over. And it looks like DNMK is going to go out in 19th place. He did his best to try to keep it together, but the flying camels were just flying way too fast for them. And We Like That Might was just on the other side. Where is the potential fight going to break out? We do have the soloq warriors trying to gate this team. They're about to run up on Kungarna. Congarna keeping it graceful. They do have graceful on their team. We will keep an eye on Congarna as well as the soloqgoats. They're all nearby over here. And we do have reply totem esport. Are they pushing up? They're getting crypto ulted, so they're not... I don't think they're going to push on this. They're trying to get out of this more than anything. Leave a like if you enjoy what we're watching. If you're just tuning in, this is Apex Legends Global Series Championship. I'm a man who's controlling the camera, the commentary, everything, and which way of what you're seeing. So if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to show your support by leaving a like or even comment what team you're cheering for. I saw some people cheering for Congarna who are watching right now. Gets a slap of an R301 there. JMW. Almost like a BMW. Except for he's not the off-brand, he's the main brand. BMW is the off-brand. Now it's just a matter of who's going to be the first to break out. They want to break free. Once we capture it, there's a push there. Apply Totem Esport has an angle. soloqgoats looking okay. Switch back over to Congarna. I'm trying to predict where the next fight is going to be.
Let's go this way.
Okay, we're going to run into another situation. There's not enough space. There's no way. All these teams on the outskirts are all going to have to push in. We might have a push in by Reply Totem Esports trying to find their spot. There we go. There's the port. Let's see where's she gonna place this. Is she gonna try to kidnap somebody? There's a potential kidnap. Ready? Oh, unfortunately, it was not enough to get a kidnap, but enough to definitely go for a spray. She goes right back, and there's a team. There's a potential cleanup. Reply Totem Esport had. I don't think they predicted this, but it happened to go right into their hands. And Maestro loses quite a bit, and this is going to be an absolute cluster. All the teams, this is where it happens. Dead Inside feeling very much alive. Every team is about to really fight and get into a battle here. You saw Endeavor nading out. We do have a team as well. We'll switch over to Dead Inside as well as soloqgoats as they're rotating in. Let's go back over to Dead Inside because are they going to get into a fight? They do have an angle here. We'll switch back and forth though. There's the R301 spray. Just lasers him right down. Gets the team to back up. We'll switch back over to the soloqgoats. I saw they pushed in, and once they get something on the kill feed, we'll be sure to switch. They're trying to get them outside of this cave. They have a minute to make a decision. They can't even rotate out. Really, the only which way they can go is up. The soloqgoats are fighting for the low ground here. When you take a look at the mini-map, everyone is flying in. There's going to be non-stop fighting. There's also another fight happening by LCD. We have NCD over here fighting, potentially. Everyone's getting crazy in the lobby. One team has gone out. They have 41 seconds. They have to make a decision. soloqgoats did get the height. They did get a team third impact to rotate all the way out. We do see LCD. We have Congarna also rotating in. Congarna, we'll keep an eye on them as they're about to rotate. So we have Congarna, we have soloqgoats, and we have Dead Inside and the constant fight. So let's hold on Dead Inside because they're not really dead. They're kicking and screaming. They're getting ground and they're pushing in. So it's just oh, what the heck was that guy doing over there? That's not good for Stan. I'm standing for you, bro. Keep it together. Let's switch back over to Sad Yama. And I think Dead Inside is... I think they're actually dead. That goes up to your peers. They clean that up and they get that one. soloqgoats looking pretty solid here. Where's the next fight about to break out? We have non-stop fighting with shots happening over by Train Yard, but it's just a lot of picking on one another. We have the flying camels trying to decide where the heck to fly in, if they're going to. We like that Knight likes the fact that they're flying in. 90 is making him go night-night. And there's the shots that are happening. This is not looking good for We Like That. They're getting naded. They're going to get hit for 170 damage. The dreaded nade. We do have the goats up top, but they're looking comfortable. They're looking okay. That's our top team. Endeavor, I believe, has gone out. Let's take a look at who the current kill leader is. Oh, no, Endeavor's good. Okay. Commentator's curse. My bad. I apologize. I'm so sorry, Endeavor. You were the #1 hero in my book. I apologize. That's my bad. I'll want me to mistake again. So keep tight on both these teams. They're mostly just, there's a lot of pick damage happening. soloqgoats, they have to rotate in. We like that, mate. There we go. They're making a push down below. This is what I like to see. Matt Pickett really cleaning up. Please don't throw. I believe in you. You got this, man. The team is coming in at 90-night, making them go night-night. soloqgoats seeing the Valkyrie teams fly all in. And we do have Endeavor holding it together up top, so I don't think they're going to get into a fight, so they're okay. It looks like NCD getting into a fight, though. There they go. Are they pushing? on. We like that. I believe so. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. NCD. Apologize. I believe that's... Yeah, they're running map pick. And unfortunately, did get pushed out by NCD. Unfortunate, but now there's uphill battle. Looks like there... Oh, there it goes. Map pick. It goes. Bye-bye. He is gone. Shift showed up and said, I'm the warrior. He's screaming, Warriors, come out to play. Can the Warriors come out to play? Okay, Navi's got center. We have Reply Totem Esport also in center. soloqgoats has a hard rotation in, as well as NCD. They're all about to run onto each other. We also have Congarna getting into a potential fight. So I have to keep an eye on both these teams because they're on the outskirts. So we'll keep an eye on NCD, soloq Warriors, as well as Congarna. So we're going to hold on these three teams. There's a cleanup on the crypto. Major pushers got pushed out. What's going to happen here? Shiv keeping it together, man. This is the calm before the storm. The zone is about to close. There it is. They got 40 seconds. The longest 40 seconds of your life. Congarna rotating out on the south side. We do have NCD about to rotate on the soloqgoats, which is what they're doing right now. It's not looking good for them, but they do have at least a wall here. Let's take a look at where NCD, they're going to rotate right on them, I feel like. That's going to be very unfortunate, but Congarna has created some space. Where is there a team there? There is. There's a team on the other side. You can kind of see them. It's kind of hard to see. soloqgoats does go down. They got picked on by Endeavor from the height, and NCD shooting from a whole nother angle. Endeavor looking pretty sharp. Let's take a look at Underrated. They are the kill leader right now. They're about to rotate on the team here. Did they clear them out? Is that what happened? Oh, wow, they did. Feels bad for them. No, Congarna's still in. I was wondering where the heck they went. They took the zip up. Okay. Respectable. I was wondering where they got the kill leader there, though. Need more kills. My name is Revenant. I do like Scoob. He's going to kill everyone. Always got to worry about Revenant. Is an absolute psycho. Psycho on the pushes, psycho in general. NCD has a really hard rotation here, guys. This is not looking good for NCD. As you could tell, a lot of picking and poking is happening. It's just a matter of after 40 seconds, it's gonna be really, really bad.
Let's go this way.
Target spotted.
Third impact right now is just kind of calm before the storm. The storm is literally going to hit in 30 seconds. It's going to be the end of the world. Quite literally in 30 seconds, the end of the world is about to happen. I'm switching back and forth because I'm trying to predict which one is going to do it next. Navi? The heck? Well, you had a nice angle on that guy. That poor guy. Sheesh. Got to get a sheesh in chat. Oh, let's see. Taking a look at NCD. There they go. Popping. They're all flying right in, going to scan. I have wall hacks. I'm popping word.exe. That's because the Bloodhound, they have the scans. They have the 20 million hostiles detected. That's not good. And there it goes. He's got an angle. Can he maintain this angle though? They're holding on for dear life. There's limited space. There's limited time. Luckily they're in here as long as they don't get naded. Oh my god, there's 9 teams. Every team is about to die. They're pushing in. They say screw it. Let's just go for anything. I don't know how that worked, but somehow that did. I wonder if they're going to jump on them. Are they actually going to jump? Are they going to be respectful? They fried them. I don't think they are aware how much they fried them for. Let's take a look at Navi's POV. Navi has height. They're picking on everybody from above. TD just went out. We also have another fight breaking out here. Underrated, making a push up above. It's so hard to commentate over a Revenant. The reason why is like the minute you switch, they get sent back, and it's just like, what is happening? How many flashbangs are in this game? I just got flashbanged by 6 million flashes. Is this CSGO? And there they go, shooting right up. Is this NCD underrated? Trying to make sure they're not underrated. There's a Gibraltar ult, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. Let's take a look at NCD. Third impact. Unfortunately, they do have a Kraber, but it didn't look like the Kraber made a whole lot of a difference. 7 squads remaining. The numbers is going to keep dropping, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an absolute mess. Let's take a look at NCD right down below here. I don't know who enjoys commentating over Revenant. Not because of their moves. It's just You keep clicking on it. You're just nothing but flashes on the screen. You never know who's going to get sent back. It's like a box of chocolates. All right, 7 squads still. NCD trying to hold it together. Let's see what the current kill leader is. Underrated. Underrated keeping together. Wow, the Kraber. Excuse me. Hold up. Wait a minute. What happened with the Kraber? NCD apps getting burned? That's not good. Don't like to get burned. One went down already. Reply Totem Esport has this is gonna be messy. Okay, land the last shot. Just land it low, but just you win these. Just no scope them. Okay, we'll just fly up in the air. That works too. Underrated now has a total of 5 kills. We're just gonna hold on underrated because I think at this point they're running away with this lobby. They have a lot of momentum. I don't want to curse it. Right now they quite literally have the most amount of momentum in the lobby. They have so many kills. They have so many kills to their name. They're 1/6 of the lobby is to their name. So let's see if they can maintain that. This is a really hard angle to hold, though. I mean, they're in the center. It's kind of nice, but look at this. I mean, everyone's around them. Everyone, their grandmother, their sister, their brother, their cousins, their half-brother, their cousin, sister, brother, sister. I don't even know anymore. They're all here. It's a big, happy family reunion. Everyone's holding. The hard part of that underrated has here is that they're in the center, but everyone's going to try to shoot them. Oh, actually, this works out in their favor. They didn't get that kill, though, but Reply Totem Esport did, and there's one, and there's a cleanup right there. They're showcasing on the left. Underrated does pop the bubble. Let's switch over the POV, how the Octane is going to hold this angle. There's a jump pad for God knows what, and there's the Revenant push. There it goes, the dreaded Revenant push, and he flies right in. I'm getting flashbanged. And there goes the down and knock. Underrated trying to keep it together. The flash is happening. The flash is here. We have a new kill leader of the lobby, Reply Totem Esport. Unfortunately, though, he's a one-man army. Top dogs are on top. Meanwhile, Navi is jumping right down. Hello there, it's good to be here. And they're about to all die. It's just going to be madness. Top dogs only has 1 remaining, while Navi does have 2. 2 versus 1. There's only 1 person left in the lobby. Ken Totem Esport. Let's see if he closes it out. Does he manage to do it? He bonks him on the head. Knocks 1. He's boxing. They're boxing. It's Mike Tyson up in here. It's Jake Paul versus everyone. Whoever's boxing, I don't know. They're all commentators and content people. Nonetheless, that goes to game 4 to the new squad here. To Navi. Congrats to Navi. This is a game that they needed. Holy. What a mess. Imagine not pulling out your gun and just going for the box. I have yet to see that. Straight up, it was just a boxing match. Oh man. GG's, guys. GG's. What a good one. Reading up in chat. Daz the Looker. I like that title. That's so boring that it's perfect. Navi had a really good game, and so did it Underrated. Underrated is going to shoot up really high on that one. Pretty solid. Don't forget to leave a like. Leave a like. Show your support. We got more games underway. We have 2 more, so game 5. All right, once the next code goes out, we'll be sure to hop on in. This is our moment to kind of breathe, ladies and gentlemen. A moment to breathe. Game 5. We only have 2 more games left for today. All right, make sure we're all set. It looks like we're looking pretty good. Okay, everything is all well. Everything is looking good in Apex Legends. I was going to say the hood, but it feels like that's too stereotypical to say. Day 3, Game 5. Leave a like. Show your support if you enjoy what you're seeing. We're already at 331. Okay, next code is out. Let's hop into the lobby. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you guys here. Let's be underway. If you're just tuning in, this is Apex Legends Global Series Championship. So what we're seeing is going into game 5. We have 2 more games underway. Once the scores are updated, we will get all set up and comfy. But big day ahead of us. Big day. Oh, man. What a round. So that was a big game for Underrated. They had a total of 9 plus 2 and then 5th. So they went up a lot of points. Unfortunately, the solo Q Warriors did go up pretty early there. We did manage to capture a lot of the action. The scores are almost updated. Once they're updated, we'll be good to go. Okay, so round 4. I don't think the other group is quite done yet, which means that we might need to wait just a second longer, which is perfectly fine. But appreciate all of you guys for being here, for being a part, for hanging out, for watching Apex Legends. This is after today. We're going to find out which 20 teams are going to advance. Which 20 teams? That is really the question that's on everyone's mind right now. Which 20 teams are going to advance? And so we got to keep a very close eye on everything that's happening. The teams that are participating for today are FB, Dead Inside, Disco Boys, DNMK, Endeavor, Flying Camels, Kangarna, LCDF, Major Pushers, Morningstar, Maestro, Navi, NCD, Reply Totem Esport, soloqgoats, for those that are asking, that's Shiv's roster, shivfps, Third Impact, TD, Underrated, We Like That Might, and Yapirs. Okay, we gotta wait about 10 minutes for the next start, so we have a lot to kind of unpack and break down here. We're waiting on the other group to really catch up because they're a little bit behind, and once they catch up, we're going to be good to go. Okay, score isn't updated, but once it is, we'll really talk about everything that's happening. Let's see if the overall standings is updated. Yeah, it looks like it's updating, so that's pretty good. I just need to see soloqgoats. They're 35, so it's updating slowly but surely, but we're getting there. It's a lot of points tally. This isn't like CSGO or Valorant where it's so easy to kind of see who wins and who, you know, there's a lot that goes into it. A lot that really happens. Be sure to leave a like. We will be timestamping this VOD. So afterwards, we'll timestamp everything so you can get right to the action, so you can check everything that you really want to watch. Okay, X32 start. Okay, so 7 minutes. We have less than 7 minutes now until we start going into the next round. While this is updated, I'll be right back. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, going into Game 5. Let's break down the scores over the last round. We are much faster than the other rounds, by the way. We're trucking through. Okay, let's talk about the scores. Okay. Wow. Look at that. We have a new top team, Reply Totem Esports. That was a really big game for them. Second place with 11 kills. Looking really solid. That was a big game. Endeavor, second place with 38. Not the best game, but still workable. TD, third place. Looking pretty solid. It's Top Dog, third place with 4 points. They're not having the most kills, but they're keeping consistent. Like second place with 1 kill, third place with 4th. At least they're maintaining consistency, and that's what matters most. The soloqgoats. Unfortunately, the issue is that they're getting a lot of high kills, but then they go out a little bit early. So the first round of the day, as well as round 4, they went out a little bit too early, and that's what really costed them there. UR, underrated, 34 total points. Their first 2 games are what really kind of messed them up, but they are maintaining consistency in the last 2 rounds, which is what's boosting them so high. And Navi, well, they did get first place with 7 kills. This 17th place, this 7th place with 2, really hurt. That's what, and even the 10th place with 8 kills. Like, this isn't bad, because they made it up with the kills. But they really need a standout game just to shoot ahead. Listen, if they get like first place with 10 kills, they'll be way ahead of the lobby across the board. Realistically, for any of the teams that we're seeing up here for the final day, keep in mind that these scores are going to update over on the left side as well, and that's kind of something to be mindful of. Now, with LCDF, they had a massive game here. You see, first place with 15 points, but going out early with no points and no points. That's a big oof. Oof. It's not good. But it's okay. They can make a comeback. Listen, one game, just like Navi, just like UR, just like soloqgoats. One game for all these teams right here makes and breaks. I know a lot of fans were talking about Kungarna. Unfortunately, Kungarna has not been really keeping it together. They've been going out just as much as early. Even when they get placements, they're unfortunately struggling to get a lot of the kills. They are making pushes, though. They're definitely trying. It's not a lack of trying. Same with the Appear. Kungarna and the Appears has a very similar issue where they will go for fights and they'll make the best effort, but then it's not enough. Let's see soloqgoats to see if the overall standings were updated. I don't think it was yet, but they've been working on updating the overall standings on the left side. Let's see here. Go to overall. Take a look. But all this is on the Liquipedia above, so if you guys want to take a look and reference, definitely recommend checking it out. So our top 20 teams across the board is really important to really highlight, because these are the teams that are going to advance. Like TD and a few of these other teams like Navi, they just got to maintain their positioning and hold it. Like Kungarna is really close. Look how close this is. So right now, every good game, if Kungarna gets a really good game, they'll clearly advance, but they need that game. They need it to really push forward. Because if they don't have it, well, it's kind of make and break. It's fight or flight right now for these teams. All right, looks like we're waiting for one person. They're restarting their computer, and once their computer is restarted, looks like we'll get started ourselves. Somebody's computer definitely went out, so unfortunately that happens, but that was from Maestro, by the way. Let's switch over to that POV, because in just less than 2 minutes, we're going to get started. Alright, so last person is definitely queuing in. If you're just tuning in, I will timestamp this VOD. So if you want to come back, definitely check it out. Because this will be timestamped on YouTube here on the channel here. Don't forget to subscribe, show your support. We're going to be covering APAC North, which is the finals tonight at 5 in the morning. So that's going to be interesting, being up at 5 in the morning again. It's definitely been an interesting weekend so far. Working on a video as well for you guys, also to help you improve your overall gameplay. So we'll talk about that. Because it could be huge how you always improve. Like, I guarantee a lot of teams, what you're watching here, will go through their VODs, constantly look how they can improve and make improvements overall with their gameplay. So that's what we're always looking for here. Alright, they're just waiting for the last person to hop in. And once they do, I'm pretty sure we'll get started. What do you think of the upcoming paywall for ranked matches? I think that's just speculation. How many rounds are left? 2. We have Game 5 and Game 6, and then we see the overall score. Other group stage has lots of Titans, strong teams going at it. I bet. I definitely bet. All right, let's see here. Make sure we're all caught up. I know teams are definitely bouncing between the streams of Group 1 and Group 2. But here we go. Good luck, have fun. The next round is underway and about to start. Let's do this. This is very close, guys. Very, very close. Game 5, we only have 2 more rounds until we get to figure out who the final 20 are that are going to advance. See if any teams decide to change their comp. So what you're seeing here at this screen is that we're just seeing if anybody decides to change their comps. We're seeing everyone pick their legends. Looks like everyone is staying consistent. I like it. We'll keep an eye on DNMK at the start here. Let me pull up my resources, my tools. We're all set.
Do what I do.
We'll do our best to protect, as always, the first fight. Let me be sure to pause the music.
I say we land here.
Let's take a look at DNMK, see if they're going to 50-50, and we'll keep an eye on Endeavor as well. Endeavor taking their normal spot. Their normal spot, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of big names going at it. A lot of teams really fighting and contesting. But again, don't worry. We'll capture all the action. We'll make sure everything is captured for the most part. We've been really good at predicting this lobby. This lobby has been probably one of the easier, in a positive way, not in any negative way, to cast, because it seems like the fights are happening in the way, at least we predict them as a team right now. Right now, no fights are really happening. They're really close right now by soloqgoats. Very close. We'll just have to see how that all shapes up here. They're right on top of them, but I don't think they're going to fight. There's no reason for them to, at least. Not at all. The zone is pulling on the south side again. This is another tree ending. We've seen a lot of tree endings for today. A lot of pulling around launch site tree. So that means that a lot of teams are going to push in and try to bully their way to success. But not looking half bad across the lobby where everyone is going for the rotation and their loot. So you'll notice what a lot of teams at this point, especially at the skill level, do is that they know exactly what they're doing. It's like they're speed running. They're speed running through all the loot, trying to increase the probability of good loot. And then it's important that the teammates all ping what's nearby and what's good so they can get maximize on their loot. That's where you really get yourself some time. And Stingen, they're going to be casting the finals. Because there's multiple groups playing at once, we're casting Group B currently. Group B versus C is right now. So no fight here, just kill some of the critters. Get rid of these pests from the lobby. Once the first fight, once the first rotation, DMK is highly, they're split. Look at that flick. Robotic. That aim is so spicy. Or as that meme would say, he's so hot right now. You can see the flicks.
Level 4.
Once we get a moment for teams to really rotate and see where they're going. There's the bullying that we're going to see. Top dogs, they need this, by the way, or to get into the top 20. They need a pretty solid performance here. They cannot fall short. If they do, that's not going to be good for them. They have a spot, but Endeavor's really close right behind them. They have a lot of points for today. It's just a matter if they're going to engage on this or not, and there's a drone to scout out and provide them some intel. So we'll use a drone. Do I have highlights on? Okay, there we go. Have highlights on. Sorry, I don't think I had it on initially. But it's okay, because we didn't miss any fights. We didn't miss anything. Alright, there's a team inside. That looks like it is Reply Totem, which is our first place team right now. But I don't think they're actually going to get into a fight. Most of the fights are going to happen around the outskirts right now. We have Navi as well as NCD really rotating in. So this is TSM and NCD. Really trying to find out where they can move and rotate to. Oh, we got a potential fight. What is going on over here? Already a dead inside. Trying not to get knocked too early. But he does get 2 cracks. We got a solid... Oh, that's not looking good whatsoever. He's trying to use this as cover. Tries to go for a port to reposition. Gonna open up this door, close it right behind him. Does he have enough time? There's the Arc Star to go out. There's a whole other team. Matt Pickett's team. Yep, and also Pierce showed up. And that's definitely not the cleanup that they were looking for. 2 teams have gone out. What a messy fight. This early on. This early on of a messy fight is definitely not what you're going to be looking for, especially at a lobby and of this caliber. NCD looks like they might break out into a fight, as well as Navi, who's taking some shots over by this angle. So we'll keep switching between these 2 teams. Navi as well as NCD, and see how they're going to take this out. Kangarna also getting into a fight? Seems like they're getting caught out of position here. Fortunately, they are down 1 now. They're rotating back. I think he's going to try to go for the banner. He does have port, so he could port himself out. Get some of that speed and momentum. So I don't think this is going to be a fight that's really necessarily going to break out. Let's take a look to see where we can predict the next fight is going to take place. Do you have Max Strafes laying it down with a G7 Scout? Some of the initial shots right there. Navi holding it together. NCD. Take a look at the soloqgoats as they decide to rotate in here. They do have some decent armors. They have 2 purples, but they need to level up that white. Fortunately, it does whiff quite a few shots, but it's okay. It does connect 1 at 30 at the end. At least gets a headshot. And there is a spray that we're looking for. Solid damage, about to level up his armor from white to blue, putting him in a much better spot as long as he can connect a little bit more damage here. That's really the goal. We do have a solid shot from NCD here. Looks like they caught somebody out of position from height. They do have them here. Once that bubble goes down, he is absolutely going to get fried, and there it goes. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. They are out for the count. That gives the Piers and NCD the most kills currently in the lobby. So we look at the current kill leader. The most damage is still by NCD, and there's a scan. I wonder if they have them out here. Dolphin does have a nice nade. He's trying to cook it, scream how to get burned. There's the angle. They do see that they're trying to queue back out. And c'est la vie, farewell, they are gone. They are gone, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see where the next fight is going to potentially break out. The solo queue warriors are rotating in right behind from LCDF. And they are on the trails. They know where they're at. They're looking for them. FB got an early knock? Or is this a rat? Did they fight a rat? What happened over here? I don't know if they got a rat. It looks like, okay, they got 3rd impact, so it looks like it was a Loba that got caught out of position. That's very unfortunate. So there, oh, looks like FB might make a push on this, as well as Morning Stars. They're looking for an angle here. And silence has fallen as everyone's waiting for the right opportunity. We do have a tactical go out to put a little bit of pressure. Just a matter if they're... Oh, here comes a fight. Here's LCDF. LCDF, this is a big play for them. They were high up on the leaderboard before. They're getting Octane Revenant pushed. And now all they really can do is rotate out and try to find their position. They do send one back. I think they sent 2 total, and now they're just kind of pushing right back in. They do have the scan, and they do pop an ult just to constantly get some scans out. But this isn't good for them. It also looks like the soloq warriors are getting into about to get into a fight. So we'll switch over to that POV as they're going to go into a potential fight. And we'll switch back over to LCD. They're taking shots. We got these 2 POVs about to break out into 2 fights. 2 fights happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll make sure to keep tabs on both these fights that are both breaking out simultaneously. Jokey said, this is not a joke. I'm backing out from this. And it looks like soloqgoats is pushing in on this, making a very aggro push. Let's see how LCD is handling their spot. They're getting rotated on. They're fighting for their positioning. There they go. They did knock one. Ooh, that's a nice finish on that poor guy. D at MK is going out quite early. 2 different fights, 2 different POVs happening at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Just a matter of who is going to fully ent and fully commit. It looks like soloqgoats is kind of done on their end. And there's the spray. Came just in time with Jokey there. He's going to put the Arc Star to buy himself a little positioning. Unfortunately, it's not enough. And LCD France could be going out here. This is going out super early when every little point is going to matter. And they do go out. Unfortunately, Maestro has cleaned them up. Good plays by Maestro. And let's see where the next fight could potentially break out here on the map. Or now things have kind of fallen quiet. DNMK is definitely getting pushed out. They're getting gated by the almighty warlord himself. Let's take a look at Navi's POV. I didn't think they were actually going to get pushed here, but it looks like they did. And here they go. They're flying right in. But they do have a lot of time to recover this. So as long as he fries and maybe perhaps throw a nade, a few arc stars to get them to stop their momentum, get them to stop their push, they do connect quite a bit of damage there. Now it's just a matter of getting one solid clean knock. They just get about 50 damage. Unfortunately, does not get the crack. Let's take a look at Max Strafe and how he's going to flank. Does go for the flank, whiffs a few shots. Now we got a 3v2, but everyone is practically one, which is not looking good. He's trying to go for the swap. He's going to swap his armor here. Nesh does have a full purple. And they could clean this up as Gibraltar versus Gibraltar, and Navi has won that solid fight. Very good cleanup on their part, but now we're going to look to see where the next fight is going to break out. soloqgoats has caught a team out of position here. Major pushes. Looks like they're just going to hold in their building. I really think this is going to be Maestro versus soloqgoats. So we're going to hold here and take a look to see how this fight decides to play out. They don't necessarily have to fight them here. They could rotate, but it looks like they're opting to fight them. It just smokes out, getting a bit of cover, trying to disorient the team. Because no cracks had taken place, it looks like they're going to opt to back out from this fight. But they need to be careful because DNMK is very close by, which I wonder if they just caught wind of where he's located. They're located on the south side, so once they gauge on that, I promise you that everyone and their grandmother is going to show up.
Portal over there.
Tango spotted.
Some initial fights, some initial things are taking place.
Let's go this way.
Kungarna does have height on the team down below. Space is getting a little bit tight
Contact with hostile.
overall. Looking pretty sweaty, looking pretty good. So let's take a look at both these POVs from both angles here. So you see Kungarna has a complete angle over here, while soloqgoats has the opposite end. The zone is not going to pull towards soloqgoats here. It's going to pull on the south side. They almost got scanned there. Oh, there's a scan. They did get hit by it.
Wandered into our safe space.
Maestro looks like they're going to go into this fight. Kungarna as well on the opposite side of the map. We have another 2 potential fights about to break out. We'll take a look at the soloqgoats because it looks like they're getting into the first one. Tries to connect some initial shots. Rotates right in. Let's take a look at Kungarna, who's taking shots from the whole different POV there. Need to be careful not to get shot. From across the way, you can see the shots that are happening. That team is getting pressured really hard to the point where it looks like they're going to back up. They had the assistance of a whole nother team, and they said, this just is not it. That ain't it. But now the zone is going to close. You're going to see non-stop Everyone's just going to get really stuck out and caught out of position here. There's very little space.
Enemy over there.
Just a matter of who can maintain their momentum here. SMF, are they going to rotate on this team? It looks like they're rotating on FB. They're making it. This is a kind of an unorthodox push. They're trying to get them out. But unfortunately, it does not burn him. He does not get the burn. But he does know that they're in there. He's trying to see if he can get them to leave, but unfortunately they are not. So Morningstar, soloqgoats, as well as Kangarna all have various angles that they have to kind of push in on. Now in the center, we're keeping a close eye, making sure that we capture. So if you look, it looks like soloqgoats is taken on the north side and rotating. They have to push right onto Endeavor. They need to start the fight now, which looks like that's what they're about to do. And here they go. Are they going to make the big YOLO push of a century? They could get crypto ulted here. They might actually just push in immediately. There's very little time though. They only have 20 seconds to make a decision. Realistically, they could go left or they could go right. There's too much time to go all the way around, so it's a little too late to make the decision because they'll run into Kangarna, who's gating it from the whole other side. So in a moment, it looks like they're taking the low ground to try to find some positioning in. So big brain on their part. No smooth brains here, full of wrinkles. Ooh, who had the Kraber? Did Endeavor have a Kraber? Oh my gosh. Alright, we'll keep an eye on Endeavor real quick. If they're gonna pop the soloq's warriors' heads off. They're hard gating this. They're gonna take out all their gas though, which is a solid play. Does whiff. We're gonna keep an eye on Endeavor as well as soloqgoats for this one. Just because they're the top teams. One is in second place and one is fourth. And there they go. So they're not going to go for a fight. They're going to go for whatever rotation they can go in the center there. And it looks like as we're talking, Morningstar looks like they're getting into a fight. And so is Kangarna, unfortunately. Everyone is fighting right now. This is a commentator's nightmare. As that everyone is getting into a fight all at the same time. Taking shots from a distance. It's just a matter of, because Shiv is down, unfortunately. Now it's just a matter of prediction. Where we think teams are going to fight. There's still 1 minute and 43 seconds still on the clock. Kangarna has the height here. Let's take a look who the current kill leader is NCD. NCD is the current kill leader. NCD, soloqgoats manages to get Shiv back up, which is good. And Navi on height. There's a lot of teams still alive and a lot of rotation that has to happen for this to be successful. It looks like NCD is getting rotated on. He tries to have the movement of a god and does work out in his favor for now. Goes for an armor swap. Throws an arc star to make sure that they do not get pushed, but does get blasted from a distance by a Kraber. He tried just to go for the armor swap, swapping left and right. Unfortunately, swaps to a broken armor, and Maestro putting on a beautifully orchestrated push. And it looks like Endeavor is able to make a potential play on this. They're pushing right in. Blast GG's got the Kraber in hand. He's got a few bullets left. Can he get a knock? 145 on the Revenant. This is the play that they're looking for. They do Q back, though. He does manage to get a solid knock. We'll hold on the Caustic. Just because he's popping off, and there's the gas screaming to breathe it in. One is knocked. He is nading it out, trying to get his angle. Gets some cover, slaps for another 145. This is the push. They need their team together. They have the gas all out in play. One is down. How does a man get 2 Kraber shots and the team is still struggling? How the heck did this happen? They should have every advantage here. The amount of Kraber shots that he put in play. It looks like it's a solid 1v1. Can he clutch it out in time? Does try to spray and pray, but there's so many armors covering him and does clutch it out. What a close game, and does get rolled up on by Third Impact. Actually, excuse me, underrated. Underrated the rat showing up and making them panic for dear life. Now Endeavor is down. That's one big piece for them, unfortunately. A lot of fights, unfortunately, broke that down there. We did lose Shiv's team, it looks like, so we have your peers and major pushers that have the most kills right now in the lobby. Let's look at Reply Totem Esport as they're breaking out into a current fight. They have a pretty big predicament. This is also our team that is currently in first place. But can they maintain the consistency? I mean, consistently hoping not to hit 9 damage. That's the last thing you want to see. They do get 1, and they are rotating out. Reloads at nice Sentinel, unfortunately, does whiff that initial shot. All they're trying to do is find a nice angle and find a nice position. It looks like Endeavor has gone down. MP is the current kill leader. Piers is having a good game this round. This is really close. It's constantly going back and forth. This isn't one team just kind of running away with things, which is also a good thing. Kungarna does have height, and they're looking really solid. There's another cleanup from them. They do have the high ground. They have to be careful. There's a lot of teams fighting for space. Reply Totem Esport tried to push out. Looks like it was quite successful.
Contact with target.
We'll make sure what team are we going to catch out and make sure we're not missing any of the action here. Wow, that spray fried. Absolutely fried the Gibraltar. I wonder if they can actually make a play on this, if they could get a nade around the corner. I don't know if they have any additional nades, but if they do, I guarantee they'll throw them out. They're getting picked on from Charge Rifle Charlie from a whole nother angle. And there is a little bit of damage in. Does level up to red armor. Amaze is also amazing all of us from all the amazing work that he's doing. Look at that. Just explodes from the amount of cells that he just threw at everyone. Navi as well. Not a specific team is running away with this right now. It's not just one whole team, you know?
Bogey over there.
Which is pretty solid and good to see. So there they are, porting Navi, just trying to take height, but is it taking height too early? They just got to make sure they have an angle. So we'll take a look at Navi. We'll take a look at Kungarna. And then we'll take a look at the kill leader. Oh, hold up. Oh, he knocks him with a Sentinel. Over here, Iron Sights.
Contact with hostile.
Iron Sights and third impact, very nice. Piers is our current kill leader, making a push in. Smacks that poor Valkyrie out right in the back and tracks that guy. Tries to bounce back and forth, left and right. Trying to make a play. Needs to shoot him right in the back. Unfortunately, does get cleaned up. Reply Totem Esports has made a massive reply. And they are going for a res. They can recover this. There's only a few teams remaining. And they do have some nice spacing. Kungarna is making a push with the port. Trying to find an angle. Once they get their angle, they should be okay. She needs to take the port right back. And she should be able to. And there they go. Nice wall bounce back. Maydi, that was beautiful. Bouncing right back and forth. Could have gone right into the port there. Ultimate looks like it was thrown out. Navi has a whole different angle here, while Kungarna up at top and Reply Totem Esports at the bottom. Currently the current kill leader of the lobby.
Contact with enemy.
Only 4 squads remaining. Everyone, as you can tell, has a various angle here. Batting in the open?
Let's scope this quadrant out here.
They're pinging the top of this. I wonder if they can actually hold up top on the leaf. That's a big brain play to buy themselves some time. I don't think they can hold there for very much long. I'm pretty sure that'll make them. It's going to make them slide off immediately. 7 seconds on the clock.
Never mind.
Once these 7 seconds are up, we're going to see pushes occur.
Tally on.
Reply Totem Esport getting into a gunfight early on already. Kungarna decided to push. I'm not really sure if that's necessarily the play this early on, especially with the zone closing. Granted, you did push them back, but at what cost? Now you're kind of in the center. You did give up the height over on the right, and you're getting hit by a Gibraltar ult now. So now all they can do is hold, but we did manage to see a mop up there by Reply Totem Esport on Kungarna. This push was not it, ladies and gentlemen. Navi does have, look at their eye in the sky here. Kungarna gave up the spot. This is a spot that Kungarna gave up. They literally gave it to Navi here, and Navi is just laughing about how much space they now have and how much real estate space.
Contact with hostile. Bandit here.
They do have the team on the right, and there they go, porting out. Kungarna has, looks like they're dying mostly to zone. Spraying and praying. Reply Totem Esport right down below. That's who you're seeing. They need to be very careful not to get caught out. They are spraying. Navi has a really great positioning here on almost both rosters, as long as they don't get pushed out, as long as the Gibraltar ult doesn't hit everyone. Look at the R301 with the 3x. Beautiful spray. They're running low on ammo, though. In just a moment, they're not going to have anything left, and they are fighting as long as they hold this. They do not get greedy, and that greed, it looks like it's getting the best of them. There's a 30-30 trying to get some initial shots. He cracks people left and right, and the res is happening. Unfortunately, that they did get a little bit of a throw there. That is not looking good for Navi if they just let them battle it out just a little bit longer. And there it goes to reply Totem Esport. They had every opportunity there on the high ground, but it just felt like they kind of threw. Just a little bit there. I mean, they got the Valkyrie overextended, and once she went down, that was over at that point.
We have our apex.
That was over. All right, we're getting into the next round, ladies and gentlemen, the last round of the day. This is where we get to find the top 20 teams. Be sure to leave a like, show your support, because this is what we're all looking for. Two more seconds as we just kind of do a little house cleaning here. Gotta love the OG soundtrack for Apex Legends. Always good, positive vibes. Okay, we're all set. Ladies and gentlemen, going into the last round of today, Game 6. And once the code is in, we'll be sure to wrap everything up and take a look at the final scores. We'll be sure to check out Brian. He got a lot of screen time in the first round. He popped off of the wingman. You got to see game 1. If you miss game 1, you're missing out on what some of the plays that he made. It was very, very solid. All right, we'll talk about some of the scoring here in just a moment and break everything down for you guys. Our group is pulling it together quite quickly. All right, let me make sure we get my code, and there it is. Game 6, last game, ladies and gentlemen, last game of the day. And don't forget to subscribe because we're going to be covering APAC North Finals. For my time, EST is going to be 5 in the morning. I definitely recommend coming by, hanging out, and, you know. Navi needs to bring Simple over from CS, and Simple's insane. Simple's insane. We'll keep an eye on Brian for sure this next round with Endeavor. Once we take a look at the score and everything that happened. Let's see, when did they go out? Endeavor, yeah, unfortunately they did go out a little early there. It's a little bit of an early round for them. We actually did give a lot of story there. No, we captured it. So pretty close. He had a lot of Kraber shots. It's very unfortunate that they weren't able to get that. The fact that they had so many Kraber shots in game and just weren't able to kind of take it to that next level was super close though. Very, very close. You can even see it as well. You know, TSM Dolphin tweeted, "We have 30 points today. Not looking good. Last game will decide if we make finals or not." This is going to be make and break for a whole lot of teams, guys. Big game for today. We'll just have to see if they can maintain it. Not sure if all the scores are updated, but once they are, we'll be sure to break all of that down. So soloqgoats. Okay, game 5 is updated. Let's take a look at the overall standing. So this isn't all fully updated, but it will paint a picture of the overall scoreboard. So let's talk about that. Okay. So top 20 teams that are advancing. This is it. So the top 20 teams are most likely going to be New, Alliance, Scars, Totem, FOTM, Gambit, Aqualix, Fire Beavers, LCDF, UR, soloqgoats, Endeavor, Navi, Third Impact, Forge Gang, 303, TD, Succubus, T-Rex, and Magicians. So this is the tweet that we're seeing. These are the teams. Look how close they are. 7, 8, 9 may not even advance, and they've always advanced. They're a very skilled group. NCD also extremely talented. We also seen Kungarna right on the tail here. They should boost up based on that last round as well. Once these scores are updated, keep in mind this is from last round. So we need to keep a close eye on everything that's happening. You have your peers, Kungarna, major pushers. You see a lot of teams. Unfortunately, the teams down below would need to have the game of a century to really push up. Like, I think it might be borderline impossible for some of the teams down below to really make a push up, especially like, excuse me, Insider, HLCD, DNMK. So I wonder what they're going to do. Are they going to hard grief teams? How are they going to play this out? Honestly, what are we going to see? How everyone decides to play this? I'm not quite sure. It's going to be really tight. It's going to be really close, guys. NCD, a lot of teams are really riding that line right now. It's very close. Very, very close. So this has updated for day 3. So Totem right now is 63, Navi at 48, Endeavor 44, TD 43, UR 40, soloqgoats 6th place. Remember, they are advancing. Just as long as all these teams right here up top just need to have a consistent game and they'll advance and they'll be fine. NCD, if they win this next round, they will advance. It's not impossible. I've seen them do crazier things. I've definitely seen them do crazier things, and I know they can do it. It's just a matter. It's just crazy to see. It's crazy to see. I don't know who's gonna clutch it out. I mean, Hungarna also needs a killer round. They really do. They need this last round. This last round is going to make and break a lot for these teams. Let's see here. Remember, it's all listed above. Don't forget to leave a like to show your support. Every little bit means a whole lot. Just taking a look. Almost everyone is all set up. Let's see the countdown on where things are at. Fortunately, it looks like somebody's had a lot of crashes. I'm not really sure what's been going on. It looks like this from Morning Stars. Let's take a look where they're at on the leaderboard in terms of Morning Stars overall. Yeah, Morning Stars really needed today to really pop off, and it looks like that's not looking like the case right now. Not looking like the case. Remember, we need to update the scores from also the other group to really kind of figure out where things are all at. But we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how all of it shakes up. We got those scores. Just as a reminder, going into the last game of today, let's just a reminder, because it's important. This is literally the last game before finals. Last game. We got Totem, 63 points. Navi, 48. Endeavor, 44. TD, 43. UR, 40. soloqgoats, 38. Yapirs, 30. NCD, 30. LCDF, 30. Now, I'm going to switch back. Let me take a look to see if the overall standings have been updated. Let's take a look. All right, once that other... it's probably going to be updated mid-last round. But it's going to be very, very close. We'll probably need to pull up Battlefy for the overall update and breakdown. And I may switch to that. Let's see here. ALGS, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look here. It's today's the 5th. Okay, let's take a look at the standings. Should be able to find the overall scores. 2 seconds. There we go. There is the overall. I'll probably switch to this once it's updated. I believe this already is, so I'm going to add this to the list here. I'll switch over to this as well. There we go. Look at that. Okay. So I can switch between these two. We'll have both of these up for us. All right. Let me see here. Right now, we don't know who has qualified. Can I get them all to show up on the same screen? 2 seconds. There we go. Okay. So you see first place right now, 81. Let me back up a little bit. There we go. New Esports, 81. Reply, 170. Alliance, 170. Scars, 147. Gambit. Oh, Flavor of the month, 147. Fifth. Let's take a look at where our teams are. Underrated. Looks like they're keeping pretty consistent. Licite, looking pretty good. Navi, soloqgoats, Endeavor, Impact, Top Dogs, Forge, 303, Kungarna. And there we go. This is where we really see, again, it's going to get really close. Remember, there's another lobby also duking it out as we speak. So it's going to be very, very close. All right, last game, and it's about to start here. They are delaying best they can, and do you have HD 600? Yes, I do. And here we are, already at the final game. Be sure to leave a like, show your support. Game 6, ladies and gentlemen. Game 6. Should begin here in just a moment. Be sure to leave a like, show your support. And we should be good to go. I'm excited. I'm excited, guys. This is the last round. This is the last round of day 3 before the finals. Okay, so it looks like we should be set going into the last round, and the countdown has begun. Countdown has begun, and here we go. We have to wait for the other group to catch up too. That's important. Just to see the overall scores. NCD needs to really get up to the the top 3 or 4th place. Same with Kungarna. They just need to bang around this one to really shoot up or to maintain it. Because Kungarna's up there, but they could easily lose it if NCD just gets a bang around. It could literally go any way. If they go out early, it's going to be really close. It really will. Thank you so much, Kaki. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Nicewig is amazing. He's been doing amazing commentating. Here we go. Last game of the day. Game 6. Day 3. Finals. EMEA. Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And here we go. Turn on the highlights so we can see. Let's make sure. Let's see, who do we keep a close eye on? Let's keep a close eye on actually NCD. It's going to lag for 2 seconds. I'm just bringing my resources here. And let me pull them up. Let's pull up NCD. This is a big game for them, as well as for Kungarna. This is kind of a make or break for them overall. We gotta make sure not to get greedy. And they switched it up. Hold on, let's take a look at the comps. Anybody? They actually got rid of Octane for this one. Let's see, did anybody change up their comp in the last round? Okay. Third impact. How's third impact? Okay, they're a little lower this round. And that's okay. There any fights? Oh, we do have a potential fight with Licite. soloqgoats is feeling pretty good. They know they're going to advance as long as they stay consistent. So I wonder if everyone's going to play very passive this last round, or if anyone is going to just kind of hard grief and just push for the sake of it. That's really DNMK has nothing to lose at this point. They might as well just push and try to get as many points as possible.
This way. Optics here.
I'm not really sure what their decision is going to be here. If you're enjoying what you see, don't forget to leave a like. Helps others find the stream.
Optics here. Close
And
range.
to hang out, and don't forget to subscribe, because we're going to be covering the finals for APAC North tonight. Got a very, very big day. Nice way the reaction. Oh gosh. Oh, I saw that one. That was a good one. And as teams are all rotating, you can tell that everyone is feeling a little nervous in the lobby right now. There's too much on the line for certain teams to really advance, and everyone wants to maintain their positioning. They really do. It's crazy to see Loba. I love to see Loba. The fact that she's making such a presence. Hope all of you guys are ready for tonight. Tonight's going to also be a showstopper. Hopefully all you guys are ready for APAC North tonight as well for the finals. And be sure to tune in for Play Apex, because they're going to be casting the finals for EMEA.
Light ammo here.
Level 1.
Right now, we do have a potential fight happening with Morning Stars. Unfortunately, they've been running into a few PC issues, to say the least, from what they've said. And then they go flying in. Let's see what they decide to do here, what play they're going to make. Does shoot right back up, but decides not to go for any sort of push right now. They're rotating right behind. We like that, mate. That's who they're rotating right behind at the moment. Again, you might see a lot of weird pushes for the last game of the day. A lot of teams don't really have much to lose, so they might actually just push onto teams that they have no business pushing. I know it's going to happen. I know we're going to see it. It's just a matter of... Oh, there we go. There's some of the initial shots. Looks like FB. Are they going to make a play on this? They do see a rotation on the north side of the map. Tries to connect to a few of the longbow shots. Only connects about 47 damage in, but enough to put a little bit of pressure. Looks like Pinky's trying to rotate it onto this fight. Like I said, you might see some pushes that are a bit unorthodox on this last round. Just because at this point, every little point matters, and unfortunately does get hit pretty hard there. Looks like Reply Totem Esports replying with a heavy grenade, fighting right in. This is not looking good for FB. FB could be going out really early here, and they're burning. They're getting shot from multiple angles, and they just kind of, you can tell, they kind of lost their momentum at that point. They kind of lost it. This is very unfortunate that, like I said, you're going to see some teams just kind of pushing, but I felt like they gave up there. Now, NCD has a lot to go on the line here that I don't think they're going to be giving up, but I definitely felt the pressure of them, just the confidence. You could just feel the confidence wavering at that point where they're like, this is it. This is how we go out. This is the last fight, you know? This is how my story ends. And right now, we'll keep an eye on NCD as well, the soloqgoat Warriors. And they should be okay. It looks like there's no fight breaking out there. But we do have SNM. Morningstar's getting into a firefight here. They do manage to clean that up. That was a pretty fast fight. Like I said, this last round is going to be really strange, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. soloq Warriors are right behind them. They got to be careful. They know they're inside here. Right? Wait. What? Oh my gosh. Commentator's curse. Look, it was the same building. I thought that they were in the same spot, and they weren't. Big Papega moment on my part. I apologize. I don't know why I thought they were in the same spot. You know, sometimes you just have those moments. Okay? Had a moment. It was the same building. What am I supposed to do? But it's all right. Looks like Major Push is making a major play. Navi's rotating right up. It looks like Dolphins team has already gone down. This is not looking good for them. This is a pretty rough push initially here. NCD, this is not the fight they're needing, either for Navi. Navi going out this early is not good either. NCD is feeling a lot of pressure right now. And it looks like Navi's going to be able to recover, but NCD definitely took a major loss here. Are they going to make a push? Are they going to make a play? Looks like DM. I know we need to keep... I want to keep an eye on the teams at this point that are actually going to make a major play and major push. And they do manage to push in. They do get a knock. NCD is rotating, switching back. And they now have a 2v2 situation. They do manage to heal this, but they are getting the res. And then they go pushing back through. They're going for a bit of a ballsy play here. I don't know if this is worth it. Because if they do go out early, this could be the end for them. And it looks like NCD is going out super early. Are they going to push right back through the bubble? And their bubble, oh, wow, the port just pushed out right just in time. And they're going for the res and the push. And here NCD is going out super early. And it looks like they're most likely not going to be advancing into finals. That they needed those points, and going out that early with almost barely any points to their name is not what they needed right now. They fought valiantly. They did the best they could. Disco boys keeping us spicy for the 80s, pushing right in. The Devo, my gosh, is doing a heck of a lot of damage, especially because he's got a turbocharger on that. They did a lot of damage, but I'm surprised they're not making a push on it yet. Are they a little nervous? What's happening? They're hesitant, to say the least. See where any teams are going to fight. Wait a minute, did the soloq Warriors already go out too? Oh, soloqgoats. I said warriors. I apologize. soloqgoats already went out early as well. Oh my gosh. So we already have 2 teams that went out early. It's pretty close for soloqgoats. They need to be very careful at this point. Now it's really up to the rest of the lobby. There's been a lot of... This is the hard part about casting the last round of the day, is that all these fights are just Look how many teams. This has only been the first zone. We're already down to 13 squads. Already, unfortunately. So we'll keep an eye on Kungarna. It looks like they are looking pretty solid from their play at the moment. They don't have any damage, so don't worry. I know chat was asking for it. There's nothing that you guys have missed, so don't worry whatsoever. You haven't missed any damage because they haven't gotten into any fights. So we'll be sure to make sure to capture all the action from the fights that are taking place. If I don't watch a team, it's only because they're not getting any fights in. They did some damage, but not a single knock, and nothing else is really taking place. So right now, Top Dog is rotating, and Kungarna may actually finally get into a fight here. As long as they maintain their consistency. This is the first zone, and we were like going to the second. We're already down to 13 squads? That's actually crazy. This is probably the most amount of teams that have died this early on, and it looks like a lot of teams have just they've kind of lost a bit of their momentum and they're a bit of stride knowing what's kind of left on the table. But this is definitely handing it to other teams. Okay, Kungarna does have an uphill battle. They're getting pushed. Are they getting rev pushed? It looks like they are. The rev push is making a big play. If they go out here, this may not be good for them. And then it looks like he misses his jump. Now it looks like this is not good for Kungarna. As long as they send them all back, which they do, luckily, they do send them back and they do manage to recoup. If they took any extra damage there, that would have been the, oh no, that's not looking good whatsoever. Kungarna could be going out here. They do pop a port. He's going to try to rescue him. Unfortunately, it's not enough. Does put a port there to go back and forth, and May D is taking way too much damage. Let's take a look at their POV if they're going to keep chasing. Underrated. Does have an angle, and they are making a push in. I wonder if they're actually going to take this port, unaware of where it's going to actually take them. And now Kungarna is about to get run up on by a whole nother team, and this is not looking good. They're in the center of this. They need to hold. They need to hold it together. But they are getting shot from multiple team angles, and Maestro is coming in for that clean kill. They're coming for. They're screaming for blood. JMW. This could be it for him. This could be down to 12 squads, and there it goes. Unfortunate. Maestro Gaming does have a massive advantage here now due to their armor situation, and Underrated decides to boogie on out and live to fight another day. What a rough round, ladies and gentlemen. We are already down to 12 squads. Already. Which means, well, I mean, that's just crazy. That's crazy that's already happened. LCDF. Let's see how they hold it together. They do have a lot of teams nearby, as you can tell. But I believe that this will be Dead Inside pushing, make a push in. Like I said, a lot of unorthodox fights. People are just kind of going for it. At this point, for the last round of the day, they're just full sending it. Getting caught out a little bit there by a little bit of stray bullets. And they push right into the building. At least they have the building. At least they know where zone is. That was just a matter of can they make a play off of it. Crypto drone right outside, giving, you know, you hear that crypto drone, it could be pretty scary. They're blocking the drone from coming in, and they do get a scan out. We'll take a look also as an Endeavor. I know you guys want to see that team as well.
Might be something good.
Endeavor has been keeping it together. This is going to be, Endeavor hasn't fought at all at the moment, and Brian is doing very well. Just kind of bouncing, just kind of chilling. Now we're just waiting on teams to really figure it out. The drone is just sitting there right at the door. I wonder if they're actually going to make a play. Let's take a look at what TD is doing. They have the drone ready just in case they get pushed. Literally ready to stop them. So if they decide to push, it's literally set up and ready to go. Endeavor and Dead Inside all getting ready for the rotation.
Enemy spotted.
12 squads remaining. 2 minutes left on the clock. Last round of the day. Don't worry, we'll timestamp the VOD so you can go back and watch this. This is live, 5-minute delay. Whenever this is casted. Right now in the lobby, everyone is trying to find a rotation.
Let's go this way.
The lobby's just playing out in a very strange way as teams are... I don't know, I could just tell teams are like, what is going on? Okay, we got LCD versus LCDF. Two separate teams are making a push in. Lee Cite, can they make a play? Gotta watch out for that. Arcstar took a little bit too much damage, unfortunately. Now, will they come right back and push on this? They did get a crack, but you can tell the comms are saying, do we push? Do we wait? What do we do? Lee Cite is really high up on the leaderboards as well. They could make... This could be their round. And if it's not the round, we'll see and wait to see how positioning happens. Last round of the day, ladies and gentlemen. And they're getting pushed. This is not looking good for them. The Disco boys are running right in. They get completely caught out of position. And it's just not enough. Unfortunately, they have gone out. And we're looking at a pretty much a deja vu situation with NCD. And all he can do is just rotate and try to find some spots. And look at this. Maestro making a push in. Like I mentioned before, a lot of unorthodox pushes. Everyone just kind of going for the play. Going for the pushes, making a push in. Sanya says hello to the Gibraltar right down the below. The bubble does go out, but it's not enough, and there's a cleanup. Kill leader with Rugby. We do have a team flying in from across the way. Navi rotating in. Navi's still in it. They have a lot of damage, but no kills. Who's got the most kills in the lobby? It looks like it's still Maestro. Or now we're just waiting on the zone to close, but there's going to be... I feel like this is going to be an absolute cluster. Everyone is really fighting for dear life here. Dead Inside is still picking here. Oh, he sticks the arc. That's for the push. There's the play. My man just got cracked. They have the one-up on this. The Valkyrie tries to reposition. Does go down. Dead Inside making the push of a sentry on top dogs. And there's another knock. They have one more knock to get. Can the Wraith get away just in time? But honestly... Well, actually, Crypto, excuse me. He's literally one. He's literally 1 HP. And looks like Top Dogs has gone out, but they are getting pushed by Navi. Navi is now pushing Dead Inside. Gets a lot of Wingman shots, hitting different with a 2x on Wingman. Charge rifle shot, hit for 27 damage, but maybe not enough from Nesh. They're trying to find an angle, trying to find position, trying not to get too greedy before anybody else decides to push them. To be very, very careful. Right now, every bit of positioning and placement does matter. There's only 9 squads, so right now, at least top 10 getting a little bit of solid points. They're getting jumped up on. Does get caught out and gets 122 damage in. Unfortunately, well, there is a trade. There is a trade. Gets a PK shot. See if he can clean this up. We got a 2v2 situation. He has to clean this up really quickly. We also have Endeavor going for a fight. We'll switch over to that fight in just a moment once they clean this up. Navi needs this fight to be over. Unfortunately, they have already been griefed by 1 point. Remember, every point matters, which is why they're going for the hard grief. They reload. Now it's a 2v1 situation. Navi is about to go out here unless he can clutch this out. They do grief the kill. Does go for the arc start push and see if he can go for a swap. Unfortunately, does not, and it looks like Navi is really struggling for placement and positioning here. Can he clutch out a 2v1? He does go for the Revenant Totem, and there they go. Dead Inside. Feeling really good, and it looks like there was a disconnect here. It looks like they just left the lobby. Noises and Brian. So this fight was happening simultaneously at the same time as the other squad. So I apologize, we're not able to get Endeavor right at the moment, but we did show up here to figure out who survived and who... I think he locked himself out. He's gonna have to break down his own door. And Noises did reconnect. He has re-entered the game. This was a crazy round. I have to say, this last round has been very interesting. Like I said, last round is very unorthodox in how they play. It looks like Endeavor's trying to go for the full rotation. There is a team in the center, MP, as well as the Appears. So this could be a pretty big game for a few of the squads here.
I think someone's targeting me.
But it's becoming very clear who are going to be the top 20 teams that are going to advance. Maestro rotating on the height, taking an angle, taking some positioning. MP going for a fight. Major pushers here. There's literally only a few squads remaining here. You're gonna see this round is gonna end faster than like anything we've seen. Let's just hold on Maranches to see if he's gonna get this Kraber shot. See if he puts on a show for us. And here comes the fight. Is he gonna come in and no scope with the Kraber? What is he gonna do? He's looked like he's swapping weapons. He dropped his Kraber, picked up an EVA 8.
Making contact with the enemy.
Dropped the Krabby Boy. No Krabby Patties here. Manages to snag a Kraber shot right on the Gibraltar. You have to be very, very careful. Can he connect another? And he does. 145. That's a scream for a push. Can he actually push it and make a play out of it? Unfortunately, does not, but it is a lot of damage. There's still only 5 squads remaining, a minute on the clock, and the zone is about to close out. Let's take a look at the POV again and see if we can connect into the Kraber shot. And here they come pushing right back through. Can he predict the shot as they run in? Oh, unfortunately whiffs. I'm definitely rooting for him on that shot. That's pretty close. And then Maestro is getting pushed at the bottom part, and Yapirs is going out, man. This is not looking good for them. They're getting shot in too many spots. Third impact has a nice angle. They're going for a res. Endeavor still got a Krabby Boy in hand as well. So he can cause a major upset if needed. Wonder how Endeavor's gonna hard grief this. We got two Krabers in play. 2 Krabers. 2. Count them 2. Oh, he's going for the flank there. I'm surprised he didn't hear the reload on the backside there. Let's see if he can connect a shot. Is he gonna get? Ooh, right over the head. Oh, he whiffs that shot unfortunately, but does get an angle here. Tries to get a little bit of damage in. Can he connect a Kraber? He needs one good Kraber here. Oh, they're gonna go for the rotation. They are out. And they are gone. And farewell to that team. They're right up in the air and they're flying. Yapirs is going to be struggling for positioning here, as they pretty much gave up their spot from where they were. But at least this isn't the end of the world. As long as they don't get naded, just got to make sure not to. They're feeling the pressure. Look at this. Breathe it in. Can he flank up on the team? Oh, unfortunately gets absolutely lasered. And they have decided to drop the last Kraber. So now we have only 4 squads left remaining in the lobby. Appears has height. We do have third impact to hold. This is a Loba team, by the way. Let's take a look who the current kill leader is. It's major pushes. They are reviving. They did lose 1. Can they get the rotation here? We'll hold on the kill leader. See if he can maintain his consistency. Last zone, only 48 seconds left. Major pushers could at least get a lot of points in this round. I'm not sure how high that's going to shoot them up. I'm not really sure if they're going to be able to maintain this. They have a hard rotation, and the team that's benefiting the most is the team right on top, which they're actually getting pushed on right now. Wait a minute. Oh, he just bounced up on the pad. Major pushers did unfortunately lose another one, and there's the port right in. Third impact really putting the pressure up above. Well, a few more squads remaining. This is close, guys. This is really close. With major pushers. As still the kill leader. Third impact has really been frying on him. And here's the zone. Here's the pressure. The team that has the biggest benefit is a team that's on height right now. For some reason, third impact is just not looking across the way. They're too concerned with what's in front of them. The team that's going to struggle here is major pushers. And this team in the center as well. Look at that. Everyone's just getting fried. And they start to go down. Maestro just getting picked on from multiple angles. And it looks like one has gone down. Ranches holding on and popping a Q to kind of figure out where to rotate to. Question is, what team is going to hold this together? Major pushers has height now. Trying to go for positioning. Let's switch over to the other team. Third impact. Looks like they have the most amount of players in. The Loba is going for a big spray here. The bubble has gone out. Might pop a cell to recoup. And there's everyone's in shambles right now. Third impact has an angle over here. Trying to spray and pray and manages to almost get one down. The last round of the day is coming up over to third impact potentially here. They do have some nice position. They clean it up. The team from above has decided to drop, and they're pushing, spraying, and praying. One has gone down. Two has gone down. It's up to the Loba. She's knocked one, knocked two. 1v1 situation. It's really close. Can't she reload? She's using it for cover here. About to clutch it out. Unfortunately, does go down, and Piers takes the last match of day 3 for Apex Legends Global Series Championship. She almost managed to clutch it out. That was pretty close, I'm not gonna lie. Very, very close. I know, yeah, Congarna did go up very early there. So we'll have to see where this, where does this lead us? Where does this leave us now in terms of all the scores? All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a great round for today. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like. We're gonna break down the scores in just a moment. We'll discuss everything that we saw. 2 seconds. GG's across the board. You can tell teams are all very respectful at the end. GG's all around. Very close round. Very close. What a round. The Loba almost clutched it out. She almost got it. Very, very close. Very close. Okay, now we just gotta wait for scores. We just gotta wait for the scores to really kind of roll in. Okay, it's almost all updated. We'll break down the scores and then overall what's updated on Battlefield. We just have to wait for the other group to really kind of push. All right, let's see here. Let's go to EMEA. And we'll take a look at all this that we see. Because I believe the other group has not finished yet, but they will in just a moment. And whenever they do, we'll be sure to break down the scores from everything that we see. Okay, it's still updating. And also on the main scoreboard page, we're also still waiting for everything to update as well. Alright, that's for APAC North. Let's take a look here. It's important to see who takes the last day of today as well. Because every point is really going to matter. It's pretty close overall. Very, very close. Okay, almost all updated. Once it's updated, we'll hit refresh and we'll break everything down. Ooh, wow. Big day. Big day. Hit refresh on EMEA. I know this is all being updated in real time. The scores are all just being tallied. From various groups, you see who is advanced, who has not. Big day. All right, let's take a look. Let's see here. Okay, it's almost done. Almost updated. Once it's updated, we'll be sure to take a look at all that. But just know I appreciate all of you guys for watching. We did 3 total days for Europe. Really appreciate the fact that you guys all tuned in, that you guys all took a watch while we really play things out tonight at 5 a.m. Well, tomorrow, 5 a.m. we'll be casting APAC North. So I encourage all of you guys to be sure to tune in and watch for APAC North. It's definitely going to be a whole lot of fun because that's the finals for APAC North. And just to hear in just a moment, we're going to figure out who is in the finals for this group. Let's hit refresh again. I'll switch over to the scoreboard. We'll talk about the day, and then we'll look on Battlefy. It may not be fully updated is the issue. The other group hasn't even finished. That's really important to really highlight. If the other group is not finished yet, we need to wait for them to finish so we can get the overall score. I actually pinned it up above where you can see the top 20 teams. And also, I'll showcase it on Battlefy. This is the link. You want to switch it over to, as well to, let me see when I copy and paste it, what it brings up. 2 seconds. Yeah, you're going to want to switch it over to EMEA. I'm going to post that link in just a moment. I want you guys to at least finish up on, because I know it was a 5-minute delay. But yeah, the other group hasn't finished yet. We'll take a look in just a moment how they're finishing. That Loba's movement was absolutely insane, by the way. As we take a look back on what everything is looking like. All right, let's see here. Let's hit refresh. All right, the other group is not done yet. Hit refresh. Should be good to go now. Lobo was so close on that. There we go. Let's take a look. So Totem took first place overall for the final day. So Totem took first place, meaning that, you know, they pretty much qualified at that point. This is looking pretty solid. He appears at 54 points. Endeavor, third place, 51 points. Navi at 51. TD at 45. UR at 43. And T1. So the other group has not finished yet. We need to wait for the other group to see where everyone stands and what's going to happen. I linked it in chat so you guys have it. But be sure to check out the top standing groups. You can check it on Battlefy and Liquipedia here that I've linked in both. Both of them will update the minute it happens. But I definitely encourage you guys to go check out the other stream as well, because that's where all the action is going to wrap up and take place. And I guarantee that they'll do a breakdown as well. Just because we ended early, if it was vice versa, I would be the one doing the breakdown. But our group is a little fast, unfortunately, and they still have to tally up all the scores. You kind of see here, let me switch over to Battlefy, where some of the top, I can at least confidently tell you that New Esports is going to qualify. Alliance is going to qualify. Gambit will as well. Stars, Flavor of the Month, Aqualix, Underrated, Licite, Navi, Fire Beavers, and then it starts to get a little wishy-washy here, but soloqgoats should advance as well. It's really close, guys. It's very close there. But then Third Impact, these aren't confirmed, remember, because they need to finish up the round. They need to finish up the round. Like, as we get lower, we need the rest of the scores to really kind of lay in to figure out where teams are going to overall play. But once the other round does finish, be sure to check out the stream. I want to thank you guys all for being a part of today's stream and for hanging out. It really means a whole lot. Don't forget to show your support by leaving a like. Go back to this spot. I'll be sure to timestamp it so you can go back and see what action that you caught and what you're watching. I will see you guys all next time. APAC North Finals tonight. I'm going to go get some dinner, go back to sleep, wake up at 5 in the morning, and cast for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.